Salutation, darlings. Azorwing here, bringing you some more Genshin Impact. Last time we were in the snowy tundra of Snezhnaya. And this time, well, I don't really see a reason why we shouldn't continue. Although, I do find a bit neat to make a detour. Is it inside, or be like...
Faster.
This is a great traversal tool. No idea where all of her health is gone. Anywho, as I tend to do, let's start with upstairs perhaps. Let's start with our character anecdotes. Oh. Huh. You know, I never really thought about these two talking.
Dandelion wine. What would you like?
Even if you are a close friend.
Ryan is surprisingly tall. Like, I'm doing my gosh darn best to ignore his adorable little ear, but like, tall?
What would you like?
Like, you know what I mean?
Dandelion wine.
Even if you are a close friend.
Also, low-key, these two are giving off shadows, but we are. Or, wait, no, he is giving off a shadow. Yeah, that's still my shadow. Okay. My apologies. I thought that was my shadow.
What would you like?
Yeah, not sure where Kaya's shadow would be blasted, but somewhere. But
Even if you are a close friend.
yeah, no, these are two.
You're absolutely right. Nothing beats Mondstadt's dandelion wine.
It's your long-awaited homecoming, so drink up. Make the most of it. Oh, and while the apple cider and dandelion wine here are stellar, I must also recommend the cocktails. Death Afternoon is a personal favorite.
Sound advice, Sir Kaya. Let me see. Oh? Traveler! Can't believe we actually did run into each other here.
We're so short. Welcome back to Mondstadt. I'd say being in Mondstadt agrees with you.
Hearing that from you feels a bit odd. The honorary Knight of Favonius welcoming a Mondstadter back home. Oh, don't mind me. It's just hard to describe. I'm happy, but also feeling a bit nostalgic. It's been so long.
And the things you had to take care of?
I already sorted through everything my mother left for me. Some were important documents, others old mementos. But everything was in good shape.
Good to hear, good to hear.
I also inspected and cleaned the house thoroughly. Old places that stay empty too long tend to start falling apart after all. Leaks here, cracks there.
So weird that once people stop living in something, they tend to just fall apart.
I just finished that cleanup. It took way longer than I expected. Then I thought I'd pop out for some fresh air. And that's when I bumped into Sir Kaya.
Mr. Toma, you're always welcome here. The honorary knight isn't alone in being glad to see Ulrika's son return. I'm sure you feel the same,
Absolutely. Be sure to come back when you get the chance.
Oh, thank you both. Honestly, if I hadn't run into Sir Kaya, I'd have struggled to even begin catching up on everything that's changed here.
Right?
Think nothing of it. Ulrika joined the Knights of Favonius before me, and it's my pleasure to assist her family.
I was gonna say, Kaya's always in the know.
Besides, I'm rather enjoying my time with you. Hearing a Mondstadter's first-hand account of Inazuma beats learning about it from reports any day.
If you're interested in hearing more, maybe we can exchange addresses? There's a lot of things that can't be explained in a few words over drinks.
Gladly. Just address your letters to the Knights of Favonius. And on your end?
You could send them to the Yashiro Commission in Inazuma. Only half a day back home, and I've run into an old friend and met a new one who even knows my family.
Huh. Small world.
That's too much good fortune not to toast. Cheers! Oh, Death Afternoon. Ugh, now that's strong stuff.
A monster
Oh,
that
dear.
can handle his
Are you quite all right?
I wish I could handle stronger liquor, but... I can already feel my face turning redder than a beet after just one glass.
Have some nothing embarrassing about it.
Surprising. Ulrika could drink most sailors under the table.
Yeah, I remember tagging along with her to Knights of Favonius banquets. They were right here, at the Angel Share. Then all the adults were drinking dandelion wine and apple cider, and I was the only one stuck drinking the non-alcoholic version. Drove me mad too.
Let me guess what happened next. You snuck a taste of the grown-up drinks.
Well, busted. I swapped my glass with one of the adults, and I recall being seated near the kitchen.
Oof.
What Mondstadt kid hasn't pulled that trick at least once? D-Luke and I had something similar when we were children.
Huh, I knew it! There are some things only fellow Mondstadters really understand. Anyway, that drink burned young me's throat like wildfire. Later, my mother sent some apple cider to Inazuma. I thought the taste might be mellower than I remembered, given it had been so long. Nope. Still burned all the way down. I ended up having to share the rest with the other Kamisato retainers, but they loved it. Gave me a whole pile of gifts too, which I sent back here along with my letter.
There was that time Ulrika was passing out Inazuman snacks to everyone. Is that why?
Maybe. Did you get to try any?
I did. Dango, I believe. Good stuff, that. To whom at the Yashiro Commission do I owe my thanks?
The Dongo. I think that was Miss Kamisato. Lord Kamisato sent tempura, Hirotatsu sent seasoned onigiri. Just 2 bottles for a whole smorgasbord of snacks.
Well, like mother, like son. That was your kindness and enthusiasm being gifted back to you, I'd say. You may not have heard, but when your mother left for Nodcry, we knights threw her a farewell party here. It was supposed to be a small event, but so many people attended that the place was packed. Take it from someone with first-hand experience.
Aww.
Free-spirited and thoughtful, gentle and kind. Ulrika is the very model of a knight.
Looks like the apple doesn't fall far from your family's tree, Toma.
Oh, she'll be thrilled to hear that. Next time I write to her, I'll be sure to pass her kind words along.
Okay, so she's Nodcry. I thought she was dead.
Maybe toss in a bottle of good Inazuman sake, but for now, how about we switch to non-alcoholic cider?
Fine by me. A little variety never hurt anyone. Between having heard your tales and making a new friend, this round's on me. Yours included, honorary knight.
Don't mind if I do.
By the way, Toma, you never finished telling me those yokai legends you mentioned before.
You, Toma, and Kaya talk all the tales of...
Kitsune and Bake Danuki making a bet? Now that's a story.
Oh, actually, it's not a story. It's true. If you should ever visit Inazuma, you could come find me at the Yashiro Commission. I'll introduce you to real yokai. In Inazuma, whether Oni or Tengu, they work honest jobs like everyone else.
I'm already looking forward to it. Today's drinking session has been most fruitful.
Then it's settled. I expect they'll all be thrilled to have you as their new friend.
Cheers. Toma and Kaya, both delightful characters.
You treated us today. Next time, it'll be on me.
You really are your mother's son. Every bit as generous. I'll hold you to it.
Can't give up.
obviously, at the very least, out and about. We have a Kirara. Anyway, let's go see what that's all about. Excuse me. Anywho, don't mind me. I'm super mellow. Worst headache. Well, not the worst headache. A headache. So I'm just mellow. Extra mellow for today when you have a headache. Let's see. Ah, yes. Bum, bum, bum. I genuinely don't know why I'm so bad at reading maps. Like, I'm looking at this little map, and like, I understand that these very faint little lines that you may or may not be seeing, like, show you what direction you're looking in. And that, of course, the little blue arrow is which direction you're facing. Nope. I'm just terrible at not going. Yep. No.
Is it so hot? So it's still too much? But this dish doesn't taste any good if it's left to cool for too long.
Oh, taste testing? Having some trouble?
Traveler, you're here! Kirara just delivered a bunch of fresh fish from Inazuma.
How delightful.
I was just thinking that since she came all this way, I should make some piping hot Liyue cuisine for her. After all, a bit of heat is worth 3 fresh ingredients.
You know, I don't think that the temperature is the kind of hotness that's bothering her.
Oh, so good. Oh, so good. Oh. Please don't feel obligated. We've got plenty of cold dishes here in Liyue too. I can whip one up for you. But the spoiled fish really is delicious. I want to try some more. Cold water. Soak it in some cold water. Cool it off first.
Still too hot?
Too spicy.
Ah, so she's got a cat's tongue after all.
Take it easy. Here, quick. Put this rice ball in your mouth. Dad says it helps with the spiciness. It's a bit better. Let me think. What are some good choices for cold dishes? Wow, this onigiri is great too. Just as delicious as Granny's. Sweet and sour. That's a given. I added steamed potatoes and sweet flowers, as well as dried plums and berries. Eh? Why'd you eat it all already? Tongue! My tongue is on fire! It only helps with the spiciness while it's in your mouth. Quick, here's another. And this time, don't just scarf it down.
Aw, that's adorable. Most adorable. Sweet and simple. That's all. Well, they're basically just moments. And honestly, that's all a moment needs to be. Somehow, I still have never found this dungeon. To be fair, Sumeru, one of my least explored regions. The new stuff just keeps coming out, and I only have so many hours in a day. Especially with my current job. Only so many hours in a day. Heartbreaking. I mean, I have wandered around a little bit, collecting like 5%, 0%, 17%. Like, basically just getting teleport waypoints and then statues. I tend to just like beeline it. This one, like, Morspoke is Tartaglia's home. After also, ink. These are just other people. Like, I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm pretty sure that the dark blue ones are the ones that we placed. Like, because I know I placed a cube there and then a couple of fire ones over there. This is like the very beginning area. And there are so many. Meanwhile, all these cyan ones are things that other people have placed. What are people doing? Absolute insanity. I'm so glad you can turn it off. If I had to live with this, I'm not sure how well I could tolerate the game. Anywho, it's nice. Also, rewards available. What do you mean, rewards available? Also, it's pretty cool to see where the train travels. Like how this, Notsvograd? As you are being extracted from the mines of Notsvograd to all regions all over Snezhnaya.
There are things buried beneath the snow. Careful now. Let's not wake them up.
Well, no, I'm still into reversal mode. Right. I have to be so careful. Like, there were, like, even as careful as I've been, there have still several times where I've just, like, gotten... Yeah, or things like that'll happen, where there's just like, huh, that's weird. What's the other one? Where's the train? This was another one. It's like you're supposed to do something. I don't want help on the. I personally take insult.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Your passion for treasure hunting is turning these chests into an endangered species.
I guess I did follow footsteps. Afterwards you come up here and then you're like, oh, footies. Where did it go? And you get to over here in the end and you're like, huh? Be curious. I mentioned some other room. I'm pretty sure this is the train.
Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Okay.
Welcome to the Adventurers Guild headquarters.
Oh, okay. I really do hate how new things are paired with old things. Like, why can't new things be paired with new things? And then there's just a double old thing. So fun contain an innocent. And I'm low enough on steak. Great. I have 2,000 apples, and apparently no red beets. Like, I've wandered over there, surely. You would think. It is disappointing that we don't. Is that train go to the shooting range? Did not mean to go to the shooting range. I just, thought I pressed it, it would do that little pull up on the side and be like, haha, here's your things. Exit the shooting range. Don't know why it was so zoomed in. Hey, let's continue. Let's continue our quest into the snow. Everwinter without mercy. Something. What is the next part? Everwinter without mercy. Great deeds on the Tundra. You finally arrived in Snizhnegrad. Time to get familiar with the earth. This background is beautiful. Hey, that wisp in the background. Sometimes it looks like an aurora. Currently, like with this background, it looks like a tree branch. It also kind of looks like lightning. Like before I noticed this, I thought it was like lightning. Is it Dark Souls? Maybe. What I think is the. It's like that newest Souls game where like there's like the final boss that was like this giant sea anemone thing. I do wonder why it used to be the land of the Fae.
Oh, speaking of the art of Fontaine
Yeah, objectively speaking, the wings aren't connected to her back. Wait a second. Wish me luck. Frame 1 Chi-Chi. Well, at least it was frame 1. We didn't have to wonder. Well, at least next time.
One, two, breathe, 3, 4, and
Right, I was gonna. I mean, I have to. Lots of dog noises. Anywho, flocking weed. Can't really do anything else about that right now, but and I only have one of those. Tragic.
In the days when the Bialik Tsar still ruled.
Cooking pot. That's the forge. That's a destination. That's enough. I actually want to see it. The whole Snezhnaya used to be the land of the Fae. Creates for a really interesting feature, dynamic. This place is really pretty. See dispensary. And a pineapple slice and some more flowers. I love pineapple. You know, one day you're gonna find me at the top of the tower. Just because. Like I do just in general love wandering to like the tops of things. Oh, it's way over here. Curious or curious? I'm gonna see if that's not a cryolicious. Oh, there's one. Like I heard the loop of three. Yeah, doot. There's one that we just got, and then those two. So many. Yeah, that's You know, I always do wonder, can other people see the eyes? So like, the cryolicious that we're getting. Oculi. Oculi is the technology. But like, the cryolish that we're getting. Let's see what you got. It's all just shipped in. Honey. Rich amber liquid with a classic sweetness. Widely available in shops year-round. Can be used to sweeten beverages, craft sauces, or marinate various meats. I freaking love honey. Like, it is like top 10 favorite foods. I'm also so freaking picky about honey. Like, like when it comes to honey, of course you got all kinds of juicy treats. Some day come up with a brand new ice cream recipe yourself. It tastes amazing. It's cheap too. Bring sample of the moments. Come have a taste. Regular ice cream. What you got? Kvass. Spiced honey brew. Glacial star brew. Borscht and Gulpiv rye bread. Well, good rye bread is good. Is not good. Rye bread is good. Yes. recipes, but I got nothing. Also, I indeed was able to finish off this. Yeah. Oh, right. Wait, no, before we do the thing.
Who should I invite?
Shania. Interesting. Like, interesting spot in Nod Cry. Like, sure, okay, Nod Cry, but like, you'd think he would be out and about in the wild and wilderness. Apparently not. Let's see. Since it's taking its time loading. What? Just like old times. I would imagine it's right here. Sandrones, cryo.
Let me help you out.
Not here. It could be on top. It could very well be on top, and I do kind of hope it's on top, and I do kind of hope that, yes.
Pick up the pace.
Well, this is one for the books. Never thought I'd see the day when you'd invite me to one of your tea parties, Sandrone.
Aww.
Perhaps if you'd worked on your etiquette, I would have invited you over sooner.
I agree. It might also help your case if you stopped challenging people to duels all the time.
You sound exactly like my big brothers and sisters. I can't help it. Back when my master was training me in the wild, etiquette wasn't exactly a priority.
Right.
Forget it. It's not often we manage to get together. Let's just relax and enjoy the moment.
Is this your latest creation?
Her name is Baggio. It stands for Facilitatrice Automatisée Généraliste Interactive et Omnitâche.
Does this mean Polonia is really beyond repair? I'm sorry to hear that, Sandrone.
It's fine.
That's not a face you make when things are fine.
I'm sorry to hear that I'll never get the chance to fight him.
Tartaglia.
Of course you are.
Tartar sauce.
Polonia looks strong, but this Faggio, on the other hand?
Were you about to say she looks weak?
No. It's just that she doesn't look quite as strong as Polonia.
Polonia was built for measurements and calculations. I was careful not to compromise his processing power when giving him combat capabilities. But Faggio doesn't need to process complex formulas. All of her computing power can be devoted to her combat module.
So, That means she's actually stronger than Polonia? Is that even possible?
You really won't be satisfied without a demonstration, will you?
Just so we're clear, I'm not paying for any repairs if I break her.
And I won't be paying your hospital bill.
I knew this would happen.
Columbina. You know what a fork is.
Not bad, these tea parties all in all. If I'd known they were this much fun, I would have attended one sooner. Not bad, these tea parties all in all. If I'd known they were this much fun, I would have
Like, it says optional.
Not bad, these tea parties all in all. If I... Alright, see you next time.
Huh. He's like, ah, he's syndrome seems that's what they say. And it's like, you talk to him, it's like, it's like, not bad. There we go. I just have to see if it was possible. How long until... Oh, we got plenty of time until the next... And you're basically falling. Yeah. Got plenty of time until the next...
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
Also, the Nod Cry one's another nice one. Like, that's a beautiful background. Let's go back to Snezhnaya. You know, that could be where we want to go. What's this teleport spot? No other way to find out than just to go. Yeah, sure. That's a phrase, but sure. Okay. Right, the guy. I've already forgotten his name. I've just been calling him Mint in my head. In my head. Waffles. The best breakfast. You know, when I get paid, I'm getting...
Can I get you anything?
Change the breakfast. How that won't solve the problem, dear customer. Shifts in the weather got different responses and different world clock. And not like how it goes with the humans. For me, I get sleepier than usual. Let's enter the restaurant. Is this the place that we were supposed to go? I genuinely stopped paying attention. I don't have the quest being tracked. I might have just stumbled. Two rooms? That is a question. Are we also getting a room for a companion? Or bonus companion? Nope, just a room for us.
Looks like you get what you pay for, huh? Paimon likes this room a lot.
Feeling better now?
Yeah, much better now that we're out of the cold. Oh, thanks for taking such good care of Paimon. Honestly, she feels kind of bad for throwing a wrench in the works.
It's okay, Pi. As long as you're okay.
If this were anywhere else, we'd be out investigating and adventuring by now. But instead, we're stuck here waiting for a doctor.
It's okay. We aren't under any time pressure.
You're right. No need to push ourselves too hard for no reason. A lot happened on our way into the city. Let's review what we've learned so far and try to figure out what to do next. Obviously, the million-more question is, what is the Tsaritsa planning? Everything else leads back to that.
Yeah, that was our main goal in coming to Snezhnaya.
Sure was. And so far, we've learned that in addition to the 7 Gnosis, her plan also requires a ton of energy. But we won't get to see her anytime soon. Alosha said that she went east to fight that big monster. It must be a pretty powerful one if it can blanket the whole of Snezhnaya in a snowstorm this awful.
It's one of the threats we'll need to face, I think.
To be honest, what we're really lacking right now is information. The kind of information that only the higher-ups in the government would know. Not word on the street type of info.
Yep.
Paimon can think of a few people who might be able to help us. But...
They're all Fatui.
Right. And when we left Nagcry, Sandrone specifically left a message reminding us which side we're on. So... it's unlikely they'd tell us anything confidential about the Tsaritsa's grand plan.
Still worth asking. Maybe we can learn some non-confidential info.
Yeah, fair point. Besides, that Gloop-off place is right nearby. We've got nothing to lose, so it'll be a waste not to go. There's gotta be someone there willing to talk to us, right? Maybe Arlecchino or Sandrone? Or possibly Tartaglia.
Honestly, I would love to see Tartaglia again.
But it's unlikely we could sweet-talk Arlecchino, let alone Sandrone. She basically told us to stay in her lane already.
Well, it's been a while since we last saw Tartaglia.
Yeah, the last time was all the way back in Fontaine, right? Too bad we missed him in Nagcry. Apparently, he came to help out.
Right.
Hello. Is there a traveler in Paimon in there?
Yeah.
That's Alosha! Come in!
I believe the door is locked.
Hello, I'm Dr. Luneva. Alosha mentioned that one of you is feeling a little under the weather.
We'd be grateful if you could take a look at her.
I see. So you're my patient today, yes? And you're, Faye, I presume?
Good question. Paimon's not too sure either, but she's definitely not the same kind of Fae as the ones we saw at the train station. Is that gonna be an issue?
Not exactly. It's just, I'm used to treating human patients. Fae tend to be far more resilient than even the healthiest and most long-lived of humans. But don't worry, I do have some experience treating Fae. I've even diagnosed plenty of cats and dogs in my time. Safe to say, I have a fairly eclectic range of expertise.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. Paimon's basically the same as a human. Right? We're no different when it comes down to it, are we?
Our biggest difference is probably your appetite.
More like you don't eat enough. The more talking you do, the more you need to eat.
I'm not convinced by that logic, Pi.
Now, please take a seat. Okay, vital signs are good. Test results are all within normal ranges. I don't think it's anything serious. More than likely, you've just caught a cold. I can give you some medicine to tide you over, but as long as you rest properly for the next couple of days, you should feel better. Make sure to keep an eye on your temperature, though. If you find yourself with a persistent low-grade fever, or if your symptoms don't improve, just contact me again.
Alright.
Sounds like there's no cause for alarm.
Yeah. Let's see how it goes over the next few days.
Thank you, Doctor.
You're very welcome. Just doing my job. I'll leave you in peace now. Time to visit my next patients.
Take care.
Take care.
You heard the doctor. Best you rest up here for a couple days. No sightseeing for the time being.
I'll stick to the local area then. Don't you worry about that.
All right, then. Guess we've got no choice. Let's just treat it as a short vacation.
A short vacation in a snowy wonderland.
I have to get back to it. If you need anything else from the doctor or me, go to the Hunter Trade Station in Zolny. The boss there knows how to reach me.
Alright, thanks for everything.
Hey, no big deal. You saved my life in the Shadow Realm. This is the least I could do. See you around.
See ya.
All right. Time to find Child and see what he can tell me.
Well, slice of pie.
I'd better not disturb her while she's asleep. With any luck, I'll be back before she knows I was gone.
May I also just say, this is a beautiful shade of purple. Like, purple's not usually my color, but this is a beautiful shade of purple. Also, turquoise. Oh my god, I love it. And then, like, the, general, wood furniture is also another shade of, plum. Beautiful, beautiful. The bed's this interesting shade of blue. The rug's green. This rug's red. A lot of, the room is so colorful. Everything's so colorful. Oh. Okay, so we're up the stairs and to the left. Across the roads. Only to the left. Anything that you recommend? Milk and cities and gym and purify water. That's what I'd like to be if I were to ship directly from those with gin and some beer. Is it confident or only be received with force? Specific managed to take that. That's it. My tail would have been up in arms. We had to do that, but fortunately we lost regrets today. If you really want to try our food, come here and have it piping hot. Pretty cool, don't you think? Not everywhere needs to be delivery. What's the... Hold on, I'm curious. Yep. No Paimon.
Back in my day, I could down 3 bottles of firewater.
Can we take a look at the menu? Aha! Smoked sausage. Borscht. Medovic. Smoked sausage. Borscht. Medovic. Cake made with honey. Ooh, they're basically honey waffles. Honey, oh my gosh. Yes. I'm very much reminded of this one very specific. I'm very particular about food because of reasons. But there's this one specific type of sausage that essentially looks like that when cooked. Because I slice it up thin. Nice and thin slices. Thinner the better. Because then you can get them crisp. And the sausage with a little bit of crunch. Always the best. Anyway, where are we going? I didn't even think. Where are we going? Looks great, tastes wonderful, but it doesn't really have any effect. A common sight is an ice cream, cold as snow in its origin. I do genuinely wonder why they have foods like that. They're like, ah yes. Delicious. Just doesn't do anything. Okay, so we're going to the barracks. Literally just having a social visit. Not even, again, we're not even asking for forbidden information. We're just asking anything that they can... that can be told. of children. Not the ones I need. The ones I need to upgrade him. Yeah. No, these ones. I'm like, do they think I'm scared of heights or something? I personally love the view. I will say I'm eternally annoyed at when people put like things where they're just like, ah, yes, give it a like, but it's like right beside something that's necessary. I wish you could dislike them.
Hold on. Please display your invitation letter or permit.
I'm looking for someone. Could you pass along the message?
Glupov does not accept meeting requests without a prior appointment. You'll have to apply per the advertised booking process and wait until your invitation letter is issued.
We're old friends, so I know they'll want to see me.
Might I ask who you're hoping to visit?
Harbinger Child Tartaglia.
Another one who thinks the rules don't apply to them. I don't understand why people think they can just talk their way in here. You don't just show up and land a meeting with the Harbinger.
We know, like, we know so many Harbingers.
But I have to go through the motions for protocol's sake. Honestly, it's such a waste of time asking when I already know what the answer's gonna be. Wait a moment. I'll pass on your message. If Child is unavailable, you'll have to go through the proper procedure.
There's slightly awkward wait outside. Console with an unimpressed.
Lord Child is a busy man. He's probably not in Glupov at the present.
Glupov.
If I were you, I'd cut your losses. No point waiting any longer.
Guess I picked a bad time.
Even if you two are old friends as you claim, please understand that the Fatui Harbingers are often busy with their official duties. They tend not to stay in Glupov for extended periods.
You know, fair. Also, for some reason, I'm dropping frames. What the hell? Like, I've dropped a lot of frames. When did that happen? I'm so sorry. What the hell?
Next time, stick to the rules. You'll make life easier for both of us, Greetings, Lady Marionette.
Sandrone?
I'll take care of our guest here. It's her first time in Snezhnaya, so it's no surprise that she doesn't know the rules yet. I trust no choice words have been exchanged. No misunderstandings I should be aware of.
No, Lady Marionette. No incidents to report. Whew, that was a close call. Good thing I played it cool.
I'm the one who showed up unannounced, and this gentleman has been very accommodating.
Is that right? Good to know. Wait, where's Paimon?
She's a little under the weather, recovering at part of our rift strong.
Under the weather? That's hard to imagine. She's always buzzing with energy. I take it she's still adapting to the climate. Happens to a lot of people. It's even colder here than in Nodcry. Has she seen a doctor? I can get you one if you need.
She's already seen a doctor. He said it's nothing serious. Just needed to rest for a couple days.
All right then. Well, let me know if you run into any other problems.
Did you come out here specifically to see me?
Why else? I was just about to sit down for some much-needed tea time when I heard that an old friend of Tartaglia's had shown up outside. No appointment, nothing. And, as obnoxious as it may be to show up uninvited at Glupov, I couldn't help but take pity on the poor soul who was waiting outside in vain. So I had no choice but to abandon my freshly brewed piping hot tea and come to see this mystery guest for myself.
You had already guessed it was me, didn't you? You knew we were in Snezhnaya.
Well, I felt our time working together in Nodcry warranted some courtesy. I couldn't exactly let you freeze to death out here in the wind.
I imagine that this dude in the background is just like low-key, just like they're having a casual conversation. They actually know each other, totally listening in. Being the...
Unfortunately, I can't invite you inside either. The rules of Glupov wouldn't allow it, and as a harbinger, I have to lead by example. On the plus side, Snezhnograd actually has some class, unlike Nasha Town. Torchlight Books has a very nice selection of teas and cakes, so we can catch up there. Your treat, of course.
Aw, but why?
Because I already wasted one perfectly good cup of tea today. That's why.
Okay, so we can't just waltz in, technically speaking. I do wonder where Tartaglia is. It has been a while since we've seen him. Here's the question. How has Tartaglia not stumbled across into Natlan? I feel like he would really like Natlan, you know? Oh? One glass. Oh, no, just one more. Look at that trunk passed out on the ground up there. How is anyone supposed to get anywhere when he's blocking the way like that? How do we go up? Maybe it does the elemental energy? Or do there's something more to his face? Who are you? And what am I doing here? You passed out after all that drink. After all that... You passed out. Huh. Oh, thank you, thank you. I would have got a terrible cold if you left me lying there any longer. Thank you. Where am I going? Okay, over there. I'm just following the little dots. See a dot. I'll resist the urge, but I could. Oh.
How exquisite.
Now this can truly be called art. You by art? Do you feel the pure artistic vibe around here? Thank goodness it's no vulgar cartwheeling from the merchants peddling low-class art or any hideous rabble debating those mediocre essays in Vestnik. No trace of the human innocence here. How truly exquisite this is. This high society, relating old heritage of the faith, Christianity. One would expect that the incomplete or level part of a human yourself. Not sure one born Fae necessarily understands art, but aren't you human yourself? That may be so, but I've long since transcended my human form is a matter of taste. Intellectually, I now occupy the exact same lofty plane as a Fae nobility. Oh, sheer mystery of it. Pity my poor spirit condemned to the confined space. This is a very cool NPC. Are you a future character? Like, goddamn, your outfit is on point.
How exquisite.
No, her eyes are incredibly, like, lavender. No, I'm guessing. Oh, no. I was gonna say, is this the guy that's painting? Dude, I don't think you know what you're talking about.
Wait a moment. You look as though you've run into trouble. I've ordered for the both of us. No objections, I assume. I'm sure you trust my taste.
No problem. I'm sure you must order for yourself. Hold on a sec. Why? Sorry, just had to check a thing. Okay, no problem.
Okay, let's get down to business. I'm guessing you don't actually have any urgent business with Tartaglia per se. You just want information, right?
Yep, you've got it, but how has he been doing anyway?
Wanna take a guess?
Picking fights again?
Of course you'd say that. You shouldn't underestimate Counselor Tartaglia, you know.
Counselor?
That's right. I'm sure you've heard of the Snezhnograd Vecha by now. Well, he's busy preparing some paperwork for their next meeting.
Oh?
They'll be discussing yet another extension to Project Stuja. It's basically all anyone cares about in the Vecha these days.
Tartaglia, counselor. Sorry, it's just a little hard to imagine. He doesn't exactly strike me as a pen pusher.
Yeah, he's more of the shoot first, ask questions later sort, isn't he? It all started with a very detailed letter that Capitano left for the jester, Piero, before leaving for Natlan.
Oh?
In that letter, he detailed the future arrangements for his subordinates. All of his key people were reassigned to Tartaglia.
Oh.
I guess he'd already prepared to leave us for good all the way back then. But Piero didn't reveal the contents of the letter until the events in Natlan had concluded.
Why Tartaglia?
That was his reaction, too. Why me? With a bewildered look on his face. He'd always assumed Capitano looked down on him. He was a man who kept his thoughts to himself and barely spoke to him the whole time they'd known each other. But he occasionally brought Tartaglia along to my tea parties back in the day. So to the rest of us, it was clear that Capitano had quite a lot of respect for his young comrade.
Aww.
By the rest of us, I mean my tea party regulars. Arlecchino, Rosaline, and... actually, not Columbina. She was probably oblivious to it. Anyway, then the Liu's situation happened. Normally, it took a lot to get under Capitano's skin, but that time he was furious. It's not really my place to talk about it, though. You can ask Tartaglia about it sometime. Basically, Tartaglia probably had the wrong idea about Capitano all along, right up until Piero revealed the letter he'd left behind. Capitano believed that despite Tartaglia's immaturity, he showed great potential. Plus, he possessed a kind of purity rarely seen among members of the Fatui.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's one of the few things that I'd agree those two have in common. But there's one other reason why Capitano chose Tartaglia to assume command of his troops. He knew that after he was gone, several of the others would swoop in on his army like vultures. With the ones who stood to benefit the most being the rooster Pulcinella and Regrator Pantalone.
Pants.
Once they divided Capitano's troops between them, they'd be more powerful than ever. No one would be able to stop them. So, you can see why Capitano chose to hand that letter to Piero, right?
Because the jester needs to maintain a balance of power.
Exactly. Piero also needed to back a harbinger as soon as possible. And all things considered, Tartaglia was the best choice. Even though Tartaglia has had the support of Northland Bank for a long time, he and Pantalone are ultimately not cut from the same cloth.
No kidding.
I'd say Capitano made a good judgment call. Anyone else caught in this situation would probably feel like they'd been hung out to dry. His best course of action will be to distance himself from any shady business, while still maintaining friendly relations with Pantalone, but seeking Pulcinella's support at the same time.
Are you sure it's okay to tell me all this inside information?
What's the point in having a tea party if you don't spill a little tea? Besides, none of this is confidential anyway. Ask any journalist out there. They'll give you all the lurid details. You'll see it firsthand if you ever sit in on a session of the Snezhnograd Vecha. All the factional strife, whether open or unspoken, it plays out for all to see in that one little room. Having a voice in the Vecha is the only way to steer policies in your favor. So, every person in that room represents a particular interest group. Pantalone, for instance, represents the financial sector, and Tartaglia represents the Fatui soldiers. Personally, I have no interest in political jousting, but since I have a number of engineers and researchers under my command, I have to make their voices heard.
Very responsible of you.
Then there's Pulcinella, the linchpin of the Vecchia. He represents politics itself. Everything involves him, so nothing can bypass him. Any issue that comes up, he knows how to mediate. That's what the Tsaritsa values most about him.
That explains a lot.
I'm starting to see why everyone is so frustrated with the way things are, but also powerless to change it. A complex web of interests connects all parties involved, and the Tsaritsa sitting at the top adds another layer of complexity. It must be nearly impossible to come up with a perfect solution.
All right, I'm done carrying this conversation. Time for you to answer a question of mine.
No problem.
You must have known that you can get the info you needed from me. So why was Tartaglia the first person you asked to see and not me?
You're not jealous, are you?
Huh? Jealous? As if. Wait. Oh, I think I know what it is. Columbina passed on my message to you before you left Not Cry, right?
Yep.
I only meant you should be mindful of which side you're on. Is that actually why you didn't ask for me? Because you took that to heart?
I guess it's part of the reason. I wanted to make sure I wasn't being disrespectful.
You... Fair enough. It's not your fault. I blame all these politicians I've been hanging around with lately. Always beating about the bush when they talk. I guess it must have rubbed off on me. Anyway, just ask for my help next time, okay? Little things like this are no problem.
Lady Marionette.
What now? Can't you see I'm on my break? Whatever it is, just leave it on my desk. I'll look at it later.
Sorry to disturb you during your break, ma'am, but I'm afraid it's an emergency.
Isn't it always? I've told you before. Fixing the tracks and transporting ice blocks does not constitute an emergency.
The equipment in Svietlo-Lidovka is in urgent need of maintenance. With how the weather's been recently, we suspect that the cause is a buildup of snow, exceeding the maximum weight limit. The supports on one of the machines broke and fell, awakening a dormant beast and leaving many of the ice miners trapped in a nearby ice cave. Luckily, Odette's team was nearby and launched a rescue operation, but we're still facing a severe manpower shortage for both the rescue and engineering teams.
I guess that's it then. Our tea party will have to end here. I'm the only engineer you'll need.
I kind of want to go with you, but I promised Paimon I wouldn't go too far.
Do you actually want to come with, or are you just saying that?
Well, on one hand, I owe you for the tea you shared, but on the other, I can't just stand by when people are in danger.
Nice of you to return the favor. I'll have a couple of people look after Paimon. They can let her know that you had to step out for a while. Given how urgent this is, I'm sure she'll understand.
The ice cream looks delicious.
And honestly, I'd rather have your help than anyone else's. Between your skills and experience, you'd be reliable help.
Great, thanks. Sounds like a plan.
Then let's go. You, take 2 people to Podvorye restaurant. Find her room and watch it like a hawk until we get back. If anything happens to Paimon, you'll be answering to me.
Yes, Lady Marionette.
Any books? General History of Snezhnaya, 1 and 2. Polestar Ballet Anthology, 2, 3, and 4. But not 1. Curiouser and curiouser. It's gonna say. How close? Okay. We can get decently close, but not like close.
How did I not notice? I'm curious, how many do I have? 22. Just enough to offer. We've been there. We're supposed to take the train, I'm curious. Rush. It says rush. I imagine that in spirit we're taking the train.
They weren't exaggerating. This is really dangerous. It's a good thing only one of them broke. From what I've been told, most of the trapped miners are over in that direction.
I'll go rescue them.
Yeah, you do that while I check the rest of the equipment. I'll evacuate the people around here as I go. Meet me back here as soon as you're done.
Okay, will do. Why is that so reddish? I gotta figure out what to do, I guess. I'm guessing this person talking. Anywho.
I have to be getting close. Don't go any further.
Hmm? Huh. Hello.
It's too dangerous here. There's a highly aggressive monster on the prowl. You need to leave, now.
I'm here to help with the rescue effort. I'm with Tundra.
Ah, I see. You're the backup from Snezhnograd. Well, I'm Odette. Good to meet you. Ah, so this is Odette. She was the first member of the Fatui on the scene.
I love her eyes.
There are 5 people trapped in the cave. Monster type is unknown, and so is its location. Let's go. Every second counts.
Of course. Sir. Hope you notice.
Careful. Something's moving.
We're low-key see-through.
This must be the monster's shadow. Looks like a tough opponent.
Looks to me like a scared little creature.
Harada.
Nice. Prison with lots of people there. Curiouser and curiouser.
Stay back!
Hmm?
Shadow. Pirouette.
Is it like, oh? A badger? Is it like a frightened badger?
I see them. They're right behind the monster. The monster seems very agitated. It could attack at any moment. Let's make the first move.
Together. Harada. Lots of the snowflakes.
Nope, it went way over there. Aww.
Shadow me.
Okay, this is a lot more threatening now. I'll bet.
Thank you for saving us. We'd have been monster fodder otherwise.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You should be safe now. Follow this route out. She and I will stay behind to watch the rear.
The path has been cleared. It's safe now.
Thank you. Come on, let's go. This way.
Excuse me?
I've searched the area. Pretty sure the monster made a tactical retreat.
Was this its lair?
Yeah, but with us here, it won't be coming back anytime soon.
But it will be coming back.
It may be small, but don't be fooled. It's a ferocious beast. People are just food in its eyes. It's lucky we got here when we did. The trapped miners have been successfully evacuated. Time for us to leave.
Wait, this place... There's something unusual about it.
Wow.
What is that?
I don't know.
Sword. Cool sword.
It's back?
Guess it has family. This way. Run!
I'm like... Oh my god. Girlie is cool. Wow.
Thanks. Let's get out of here.
Well. Wow. Emphensine's blade. You obtain a special weapon, Emphensine's blade, deep within a cave. Its origins remain a mystery, and further details may only be uncovered through further adventures. Traveler finally gets a personal canonical blade? Like, I'm a little salty, but... When the Traveler equips this, their attack will increase by 16% for 8 seconds after they hit an opponent. At the same time, they'll also regenerate 3 elemental energy. This effect can trigger once every 5 seconds. This effect can be triggered even when the character is not on the field. Longsword that once shone at the pale star's light. In the Voyager's hand, it becomes a brand new light that has nothing to do with any past era. In the Voyager's hand. Interesting. Huh. Hey, you get to see my collection of, wow. I was gonna say, can I not upgrade it? I love this sword. I'm gonna have to think of who to give it to. I'm gonna have to think of who to give this to. Complete I guess great deeds on the Tundra. I mean, currently base stack 46. So I'll be sticking with this one, but this. Once we get this leveled up, holy crap, Traveler's got a new sword. Permanent Incense Guide, Hellfrost Peak. Let's go back up. Every now and then I keep losing frames. It's so annoying because I don't know why. Like, my internet is great.
Everyone's accounted for. We managed to rescue them all. We also placed a sign at the entrance to the cave, warning people to stay away. You really helped your own today. I still don't know your name.
It's a Zorwing. I'm an adventurer.
Don't think I've seen you before. I'll remember the name. All right then. See you around.
Yes, hope to see you around, Odette.
Hello, Lady Marionette.
I hear the rescue operation was a great success. I knew I could count on you. What brings you here, Odette? Here for a performance?
No, a Fatui mission. I happened to be nearby and heard the crash.
Performance?
She hasn't introduced herself then. Odette is the prima ballerina of Snezhnograd. She's quite the celebrity. If you ever hear people mention the two crowning jewels of the Korailievsky troupe, they're talking about Odette and the prima donna, Vodianitsa. On top of that, Odette's also a rising Fatui star. It's looking likely she'll inherit the title of the Fair Lady.
Oh.
She learned all her combat skills from Rosaline herself. Used to be one of her most valued subordinates, too.
You flatter me, Lady Marionette. If she's Rosaline's protege, that makes me... Never mind. There's no need to bring it up. No point making things awkward.
No wonder you're such a keen fighter.
How's progress on your end, Lady Marionette?
Equally successful. I finished reinforcing all the equipment. Took me a little longer without Polonia's help. But the outcome is the same, of course. Even if the heavy snowfall summoned by that monster lasts for another 3 months straight, this equipment won't give way. All right, now that we're done here, it's time to get out of this blizzard.
That's it? There isn't more work to be done here?
Sure, but Snezhnograd will send someone to investigate and draw up a relief plan. And I guess I'll have to write the incident report myself this time, since it involves a mechanical malfunction. First, Pantalone needs to approve the budget, then Pulcinella has to sign off on the plan. Once they've argued it out and reached a compromise, we can move forward.
Politics.
That's the rough process anyway. Could take anywhere from a couple of weeks to a couple of months, depending on how smoothly it goes.
And in the meantime, people here just have to wait?
Yup, nothing we can do about it. There's a whole stack of incident reports like this back at the office.
The snow has eased a little for now, but there's no telling when that will change with that monster still at large. Fuel for heating is in short supply,
and relief is weeks away. There's no immediate threat to life, but still, it just feels like there should be a better way.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Let's get back to Snezhnograd. When did you get a new sword?
I found it in a cave. It handles pretty nicely.
You have a strange affinity for secondhand swords.
Well, like, from a lore perspective, I do think it's really cool that I can't climb the icy walls. From a personal perspective, I absolutely hate it. Why can't I climb the icy walls? I'm guessing it's up there.
A reward on the road.
Oh, this is just always here. I thought it was placed by somebody. Apparently not. Hey. Looky who it is.
Huh. Well, if it isn't Counselor Tartaglia, Mr. Big Shot himself.
Hey.
Go easy on me, all right? I'm still recovering from the interrogation the real Big Shots put me through. Hey, comrade, it's been too long. I heard you came looking for me earlier. Nicest surprise I've had in a while. Good to see you too, Odette. I'm guessing you guys just got back from Sviatlo-Laidovka. How'd it go? Crisis averted?
I'm sorry, you got back from where? Sviatlo-Laidovka.
Good to see you too, Odette. I'm guessing you guys just got back from Sviatlo-Laidovka. How'd it go?
Sviatlo-Laidovka.
It went fine.
I love the names. I can't pronounce them, but I love the names.
How about you? Any new developments?
What an interesting quartet.
Not really. Same as ever. Growing opposition to Project Stuja, and the usual rebuttals are starting to ring hollow. The results of the mock vote were pretty dire. Pulcinella was fuming. I've never seen the old man so angry.
That's not good news. It takes a lot to rattle him.
Yeah, obviously if push comes to shove, there are ways to crack down on dissent. But...
Sorry, I have to ask something. This is going to sound blunt, but may I?
Huh? Of course, fire away.
It sounds to me like everyone's tearing their hair out trying to figure out how to deal with opposition to Project Stuja. But what exactly is this project's purpose? And how can it be so important that even people like you two refuse to stand up for the ordinary people of Snezhnaya?
Yeah, like you said, it's gonna be blunt.
Interesting. I gotta hand it to you, comrade. You sure don't mince your words.
I imagine Odette's like, oh my god, the audacity.
Excuse her? What does she mean? Refuse to stand up for ordinary people?
Oh my gosh. How does she dare speak to the Harbingers like that?
Yeah.
Are you interrogating us now?
It's okay, Sandrone. Let me explain. I think I understand where she's coming from. If I could, I'd take your side right now. In fact, my position's very similar to yours. I've only held back on casting a dissenting vote in the Vetcha because the Tsaritsa would never let me get away with it.
Huh.
Still, I have a responsibility to the Fatui armed forces, so I do what I can to make their voices heard. Most of them are just regular folks from small towns far from the capital. I'm sure you've seen how much those kinds of places are struggling right now. Oh, and for what it's worth, I'm from Arepasock myself. Things aren't going so swell there either.
Morepastock. More Episcop. Right, so this affects you directly, so hence my question.
The Tsaritsa wants to create a better, safer future for the people of Snezhnaya, but she's thinking long term. I don't doubt that from where you're standing, Project Stuzha seems to be creating all sorts of issues for everyone. But considering the Tsaritsa's vision for the future, these are sacrifices worth making. Sounds cold, I know, but I promise it's not as black and white as it seems. Maybe Sandrone and I can't oppose Project Stuzha outright, but we're constantly raising our concerns in Vetcha meetings. And even though we can't put an end to it, there are plenty of other ways to make a difference. We're trying everything we can think of, and so is Pulcinella. I respect Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, and trust her decisions. But at the end of the day, I'm still just a normal guy who cares deeply about my homeland. And my family, who all live here. There's no way I would ever abandon them.
As contentious as things can get within the Vetcha, there's no selfishness or malice behind it. Everyone wants to get through this period as smoothly as possible. The issue is that there's no way of pleasing everyone under the present circumstances. Most of the time, we're trying to decide on the lesser of two evils, which obviously isn't a great look.
Honestly, the fact that they're choosing to explain instead of just taking it as an insult point blank, even though Marionette, like, for a bit there was like, you dare question us? You're interrogating us now? Like, which also shows interrogating, rather than you're just, like, questioning us, you're blah
But
blah.
that is not the same thing as being blindly loyal to the Tsaritsa. No one's got their head in the sand here. We're all well aware of the way things are. We're just doing our best to make it work.
In fairness to Sandrone, she rushed to Svietlo Laidovka's aid the moment she heard that people were in danger.
Props to Lemaine for getting the names right.
And even Tartaglia, who used to only care about the thrill of the fight, is clearly doing his best to rise to the demands of his new role as counselor.
Sorry, maybe my question was a bit rude, but I still like to know what exactly the Tsaritsa is up to.
Hey, come on. There's only so much we can say, so don't press us too hard. Look, I know how untenable the Tsaritsa's position looks if you don't understand her motives. Maybe you've heard already, but she's currently leading her army on a campaign to the east to defeat the monster that's been causing these brutal blizzards. Striking that monster down will be a significant step in dealing with the present energy crisis. As laser-focused as she is on realizing her lifelong ambitions, she's still putting time and energy into taking down this powerful monster. To me, that says a lot. If she thought Snezhnaya and its people didn't matter in the grand scheme of things, why would she waste her time on something like this?
You have a point. You've become quite the smooth talker.
Thanks. I meant every word I said, though. I wasn't just trying to placate you. I've already done more than enough diplomacy for one day.
I still think this adventurer raises a very important point. Our two harbingers have made their positions very clear. But there are many others in the Vetcha who must feel trapped and forced to vote against their conscience. I think it's a very valuable quality to be willing to speak one's mind, despite the risk of offending powerful figures.
It's mostly because we know each other quite well.
You can say that again. I highly doubt we'd feel the need to explain ourselves so much if we didn't know you so well.
Forgive me, adventurer, but might I be so bold as to ask about your background?
Right.
How is it that you can converse so openly with two harbingers?
What?
Oh, haven't you been properly introduced?
Sorta, kinda?
Easier said than done. I like to think I'm not the kind of person who goes around busting open people's old wounds.
I've only learned her name so far, and no details of her experiences. Is something wrong?
Well,
Is there no avoiding the subject of Rosaline?
No, it's just... Alright, I guess there's no getting around it. This is the world-renowned traveler, who helped resolve the storm terror threat in Mondstadt, cleaned up after the mess I made in Liyue, and then went to Inazuma, where there was a duel before the throne, in which the traveler defeated Rosaline.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I didn't think you two would be seeing much of each other, so I figured it wasn't worth bringing up.
It's fine. It was a long time ago. It's fine.
Jeez.
Sorry. I just remembered that we have a rehearsal coming up. Please excuse me. I should get going.
I now see why she wouldn't want to come visit us. Yeah. She is not fine.
I've mentioned this to you before, remember? She was Rosaline's most valued subordinate. But they didn't actually get along. Not that Rosaline was really the type of person to make friends, but death has a way of resolving a lot of conflicts.
Yep.
Don't let it weigh on you. Like she said, it was a long time ago. It's in the past now. Odette has a very different personality from Rosaline. Give her some time. I'm sure she'll work through it. Oh, by the way, where's Paimon? It's not like her to hide away.
She hasn't been feeling well, so she's resting at Podvorier restaurant. I got a couple of my people to look after her while we were gone.
The table's unloaded. They're just sitting there.
Oh, right. Sorry to hear that. Poor thing. Reminds me of when Tonya was little. She really felt the cold back then. Used to get ill all the time. I felt so bad for her seeing her lying in bed, coughing. She was so mature for her age, though. Whenever someone came to visit her, she'd greet them with a smile and would never complain.
Aww.
I'm sure Paimon's a good kid, too. You're a little short on manpower, right? Let me have a couple of my people take over for yours. I'll send my most capable and reliable. They'll make sure Paimon can recover in peace.
Well, that would be great. Your people are more qualified.
Thanks.
Hey, don't mention it. I'm sure you have things to do. Hopefully this takes a load off your mind. So no more accusing me of not being on your side, all right?
Oh, one last thing. I just remembered something. So I met the Jester when I first arrived in Snezhnaya.
Already? That was quick.
He seemed to know who Paimon was. I wanted to see him again to clear things up.
I'm afraid I can't help you there. Our director's recent movements are confidential. Even we're not in the loop. If you hadn't told me, I never would have known he'd gone south. I assumed he'd been in Glupov this whole time.
Oh, I see. Got it.
Well, I guess I'd better go sort out Paimon's security situation. I have some other work to catch up on at Glupov anyway.
Me too. I have an incident report to write up. Let's leave it there for now.
Sure thing. I'll see you.
I guess everyone's in a difficult position. But Tartaglia's right. I have things to do. Things I want to do, and things I ought to do.
And it's always a shame when the things you need, the things you do, and the things you need to do, want to do, not to do, don't light up.
To start with, I should go ask Alosha if he knows of any way to help Svietla Ledovka.
It's a backpack. A large ice block. Might as well just teleport.
How strange. This sword seems to be vibrating of its own accord. It's a very faint vibration, but it's getting stronger as I get closer to the Statue of the Seven. Does this sword have some connection to the statue? But all it does is vibrate, even when I touch it. That place I got this sword from was definitely out of the ordinary. Maybe I should try channeling the power of cryo? It worked! There really is something special about this sword.
Curiouser and Curiouser. Enhance Emphasis Blade. Emphasis Blade. The traveler journeyed into foreign lands, all for a slim chance of redemption. Origin of Stellar Grace. Become the statue of the Seven of Snezhnaya. Okay.
I don't really understand what just happened, but I'm pretty sure this sword just got a little more powerful. I'll have to try the same thing again when I come across another statue of the Seven. In the meantime, I better go find Alosha.
Went from 1 to 20. Well, no reason not to. I filter by sword. The current one. Character is protected by shield damage and normal discharge tracks. No, because she's a Geo character. That's a good one for her. Oops, his signature sword. Yeah, I have half a mind to give it to June. Cool sword. There's so much stuff going on, so I put these two legs right into your business. Vicious voice. Combat, and maybe I should escape. You're over the line, Russia. This isn't your business. Out of my way. Links and territories, links and rules. Who are we, the ones managing this? Yeah, have you forgotten the rules we follow? It's It's there in black and white. No harm to families, no abuse to women and children. Or do you in loves or do you in some loves not remember that nowadays? You're gonna stop us. Did something happen? Looks like the two groups have gotten into a disagreement. One more time, Vessel, and one more time, I'll tell you. Keep your noses out of this. Old sire also said this. Debts are to be repaid. Always. Please, just give me a few more days. Just a few more days. You've already taken Papa to the lumber yard to pay back the debt. And Mama can't work due to injury. It's just Grandma and me at home now. He didn't mean not to pay. Grandma and I were selling old dolls to help with Papa's debt. Soon, very soon, we can make $7 a day. We just need 4. No, 3 more days, please. 3 more days. We can pay back what we owe you for this month. 3 days, huh? That's what the last guy told us. And guess what? We caught him that same night in the underground gambling dens. No one who owes a debt ever thinks about how they got there in the first place. This is also a small child as opposed to a grown man. Let me tell you something, girl. You break the trust, and you find yourself slipping down the slope to become trashy here. But here are the ones who came early. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Bullying a little girl like that? No, collecting kids. Doesn't look like your average debt collecting gig. Oh, and what hole did you two crawl out from, huh? First Lushkins and now some blonde alley of justice and a Vila kid. If I knew this job was going to be tiring, I'd have swapped it out with that bugger Lori. Enough, you bloody debtors are always repeating the same old sob story. I'm done listening to that travel. You really want to stick your neck out for this last? Don't you forget the shape we used the last time. If that's what you want, you know the rules. Draw your sword. Even if I get beaten, I won't. Why don't you let me take it from here? Am I allowed to draw my sword as well? Wait, you don't have to. Don't worry, just leave it to Zorwing. No one who picks on little girls is worth worrying about. Idiots all. Don't know what's good for them. The rules were made to settle disputes between gangs, but if someone wants to play proxy, I don't see why not. Alright then, Blondie, bring it. Let's see if you can back those words up. Any rules I should take note of? Both sides will use the weapons in their hands, and nothing else. The old sire himself taught us to focus on our own strength. Victory or defeat will be decided by our swords and the courage to wield them. In that case, I've got this. You got more stones than Vessel, if nothing else. Well then, let's do this. Wow. Mean streets of the despicable. Show me what you've got. Oh, quick time. Not bad, come on. Ugh, got careless. Pretty good. You're fast. Good Sormar. It's my loss. Where'd they find you anyway? You got good moves. Linkovich, according to the rules. I know, a loss is a loss. I'll give you 2 days. We'll be back then. If you think you can escape, girl, you got another thing coming. It's okay, Marfa. We'll be alright, I promise. Alright, thank you for the help, you two. If you hadn't stepped in, I'm not sure I could have gotten out of this in one piece. I'm Veselv, and I'm with the Lynchkins. What are yours? Paimon's Paimon, and this is Orwing. I'm Marfa. Marfa. Thank you so much. Oh, it was alright. And also, who was that guy anyway? You know, that Linda something guy. He's Papa's creditor. Papa owes him tons of money because of his gambling habit. They even took him away. They're with the Imshavas. And the Imshavas are one of the gangs in Snezhnaya. They're the biggest, but they're also the most rotten lot. Snow Bunny. Their leader, the young sire, has been making some real moves lately. The gang's appetite for more has gone up by leaps and bounds, and they've even started harassing the women and kids for money. Utterly infuriating. I almost forgot to introduce myself. Greetings, I'm Sofa Polovolneo Zavesta, a Fae of the Lynchkin, who's one who stands for justice. Your skills, as the legends say, Zorwing. I see I'm famous around these parts. The Outland Traveler. We've all heard something or another about you by now. Well, the Imps of Oz are targeting more people like Marfa, and these people have come to us Lynchkins for help, but their numbers are as an endless stream. We carry the righteous in our hearts, but righteousness will not pay their debts. Well, indeed, justice is rarely worth much more. It's fine. If they show up in 2 days, Graham and I will have the money to pay up. This time, I'm sure. But what about next time? The interest on more borrowed compounds. You can barely pay that interest as is. Oh, whoa. Those Introlovas guys are horrible. Many Shiznayan gangs were founded to protect the people, but the Imlovas have broken with the rules as they were first laid down. They become blood-sucking insects perched on the bodies of the citizenry. It's just a shame that we lack the strength to challenge them. If not, I'm sure we would put a stop to their abuse. Come on, Azori. These guys are beyond awful. Let's help. I don't know, it seems like it'd be quite a pickle. Well, I suppose I can do that. Your swordsmanship is first rate, as is your courage. With your help, our chances of stopping the Inlovas have increased. But don't worry. We won't ask for your help for nothing. We have our rules, and they say that those who help us will not leave empty-handed. So we'll be helping out and getting paid for it. Exactly. All right, in that case, please come with me. I suspect your leader will have to have some words with you. Your leader, Yes, I have a feeling that Miss Simbe will be happy to see you. The Fae once ruled Shiznaya, and most mercenary gang are also Fae, but since the Teresa took the throne, humans have been held higher in her favor. Mr. Zemi, being human, has an easier time communicating with those in power than we do. But he's still mulling over what to do with the Implas as we speak. Anyway, come with me. No. Or at least not right now. We have a different task that we're in. Oh no, he's coming gross. Yeah, I've been hearing vague things like that all over the place.
Hello there. How can I help?
Hi. I'm looking for mint.
Ah, sure thing. Give me a second. I'll go fetch them for you.
That's what I realized. He told me about what happened in the Celestial Lava and the lack of emergency relief.
It's a familiar story. I've had similar experiences. Although Snezhnegrad doesn't deliberately delay or withhold relief, those first few days of waiting for help are always the hardest. It's a fundamental contradiction. If emergency relief can't be delivered in time, what's the point in even calling it emergency relief?
That's it? They just have to wait? Nowhere in Snezhnaya has enough energy right now.
Not necessarily. I think there's a good chance that Kresnik Crystal from Stratomeros will start flowing into the market.
Oh, really? Why?
When we resolve Stratomeros' energy issue, it's like we open the floodgates. A huge backlog of Crystal is now available to the townspeople. There's no way they can use it up at once. A lot of them will probably stockpile it and slowly work their way through. Probably a good idea, since energy prices are only going to keep rising. But there will always be people who urgently need Mora.
So they'll sell it to the highest bidder.
Exactly. At the current prices, selling Crystal is an easy way for an ordinary person to make a fortune. Hey boss, how much do I have left in my account?
1 second, let me check. So, you're planning on buying the Crystal out of your own pocket?
Yeah. I don't know if I have enough, so I'll chip in a little extra and buy as much as I can afford.
Let me cover this. I can't let you pay for all of it yourself.
No, it's fine. You're new to Snezhnaya, and you have your own living expenses to worry about. Besides, you're already providing the train.
It's okay. I volunteered for this.
Here's your Mora. See what you can find at the market. But I doubt there'll be much crystal left.
Yeah, well, can't hurt to take a look. Let's see. Huh?
What's Odette doing here? Brightening up Children's Day.
Oh, Alosha, and...
Yeah, hi.
Hello.
Good.
I didn't realize you two knew each other.
We teamed up in Svetolo Devoka. I'm butchering these names. Apologize.
Yeah, I take on some odd jobs in the city to supplement my hunting income. Sometimes I work as a cleaner or prop hand at the theater where Odette is one of the big stars, so I've met her a few times.
Cool.
When the weather's as bad as this, it's better for a hunter to adapt than to keep looking for game.
All right.
Yes, and we sometimes need extra help.
Wait, why is the atmosphere so awkward? I thought things went pretty smoothly in Svietlolaidovka.
Svietlolaidovka.
So, what brings you here, Miss Odette? Looking for some new props?
No. After I got back to the theater, I couldn't stop thinking about the situation in Svietlolaidovka. It bothered me so much I couldn't focus on my dancing. So I decided I'd come here and see if there's anything I can do.
Couldn't let it go either?
You too, I presume. I suppose that's why you're here.
Yep.
I didn't feel comfortable expressing my true opinions in front of the Harbingers. Not least because ordinary Fatui like me don't even know what Project Stuja is all about. Without knowing the full picture, I can't make sense of it. And at some point, if things aren't making sense to me, I can't just keep going along with it.
So many people feel the same way. They wish they could do something, but all kinds of reservations hold them back. Explains why groups like the Rokot are springing up to fill the gap.
Gives people something to hope for.
Yes. Well, that's one option. But there are risks to consider with organizations like that. The Fatui does not encourage their activities.
Right, because things can get out of hand, and it's hard to hold the right people accountable when they do. I've heard about a few cases like that.
Sandrone said Odette was on track to inherit the title of the Fair Lady. If so, she'll be able to find out what Project Stuja is really about. Still, it's probably a little soon to ask her about that. There may be more to the story.
What's on your mind?
Nothing. Just spaced out for a moment.
I think we can both agree that no matter which side you're on, it can't stop you from doing the right thing. Where there's a will, there's a way. I know what Rosaline did while she was abroad. You made the right decision, so no hard feelings. So, what's your plan?
Oh, we were gonna buy some crystal. I heard there's some on the market right now.
Funny. I had the same idea. In that case, let me pay. I can claim it back as mission expenses. The real issue here is that government relief is behind schedule. Surely it makes more sense for the state to cover these costs than for us to pay out of our own pockets.
Fair enough.
True. It's a huge expense after all.
Thanks for helping. We're getting passed along. Passed along until we're finding...
Let me see. I'll take it all, please. And I'll be needing a receipt. Right. Choose mission budget under the expense category, but be sure to specify emergency rescue operation in the description. Otherwise, the normal reimbursement limit will apply. Let's book this train. Regulations say that if we need to transport Kresnik Crystal during Project Stuja, extra carriages can be added 1 hour before departure.
Very professional.
That should do it.
The train will be escorted to its destination by Fatui guards.
This is my first time seeing you handle Fatui affairs, Miss Odette. It seems you're as skilled an officer as you are a dancer.
No kidding.
You flatter me. It's only because I've been doing both my whole life.
And away the train goes. Well, I'm glad we're in safe hands.
Anyway, I bet you've been non-stop today, am I right? Any idea how Paimon's doing?
I've had my handfuls, but I'm gonna go back to check on her now.
What's wrong? Who's Paimon?
A longtime friend.
Her travel buddy hasn't been feeling well. She caught a cold right after they got to Snezhnaya.
Sounds like she's important to you. I can't believe you've been dealing with this on top of everything you've been doing to help the people of Snezhnaya.
I couldn't turn a blind eye to their suffering, and Paimon wouldn't want that either.
I've got nothing going on right now, so I'll join you. I want to see how she's doing.
Sure.
May I come too? I have some candy that someone gave me back in Svietlo-Lidovka. Plus, I know a little bit about relieving cold symptoms.
Sure, she'll appreciate the company, and she'll definitely enjoy the candy.
All right then, let's go. I still don't know what the deal is between these two, but at least the tension seems to have vanished. A good sign, hopefully.
Hello. Sorry, but there's a sick person recovering in this room. Can I help you?
What happened?
It's okay, no need to worry. Are you one of Tartaglia's guys?
Oh, please, excuse me. Are you the Traveler? Could I take a quick look at your Adventurer Handbook? Master Child said I should verify your identity.
Sure. Here you go. One hell of an adventurer's book.
Ah, it's really you. Sorry for the inconvenience. We're under strict orders from Master Child to keep this room well guarded. At the same time, we can't interfere with Podvoye Restaurant's business. That would only seem all the more suspicious and draw unwanted attention to this room.
Right.
Besides myself, a few of my colleagues are stationed in and around the restaurant, in plain clothes, of course.
Of course.
Rest assured, you're in safe hands.
I appreciate it.
I didn't expect such a high standard of protection.
Well, Master Child handpicked us for this special assignment. We're not about to let anything go wrong. Anyway, I won't keep you any longer. Please, head inside.
Thank you, thank you. Like, god damn.
Traveler! Oh, Lucia, you're back! Oh, hey! Who's our new friend?
Hi, I'm Odette. The Traveler and I crossed paths a few times.
She's a member of the Fatui, but she's solid. We can trust her.
Another friend from the Fatui, huh? You're practically a member yourself by this point.
How are you feeling?
Paimon's definitely on the mend. We should be back to our usual travels in a few days' time. Seems like that doctor was right. It's just... Paimon's limbs are still feeling a little chilly.
I have just the thing.
Whoa! What's this? Is
Cool.
that a flame inside an ice cube?
Cool.
Wait, is this real ice? How's it not melting? And how does the fire keep on burning?
All keen observations. You're right. This is called core ignis. Whenever I've caught a cold in the past, I found I recover much more quickly if I place this by my bed. You're welcome to borrow it.
Awesome! Wow! It's so nice and warm! Oh, it's like magic. Your name was Odette, right? How did you two meet again?
Looks like she's in pretty good spirits. That's a relief. Any progress with your investigation yet?
Nope, I couldn't get anything out of the Harbingers.
No surprises there, I'm sure. They're not likely to let anything slip.
I need to try a different approach. I want to look into this rocket organization.
The Rokot, huh?
Rokot. They might know what's really going on. You know how I can contact them?
Let me think. Members of the Rokot keep their true identities hidden, but I think there might be someone I can introduce you to. Leave it with me. Meet me at the Korolyevsky troop tomorrow, and I'll tell you how it goes.
Would anyone like a drink? I'm gonna head to the bar.
Paimon will have... maybe some hot milk? Yeah. Paimon's in the mood for something warm. Enough with the secret chat, you two. Let's catch up properly in a minute. Paimon wants to know everything that's happened today.
Yes, ma'am.
It'll be kind of like tabletop troop. No reason why listening to a story can't be an adventure.
Aww. Silence alone is disfavored. After settling the incident in Setlovadevoka, your questions about the current situation in Project Stusha only increase. To gain more intel, you decide to make contact with the mysterious Rokot. Anywho, let's try to level up my sword a little bit. Also, it's good to know that Paimon's in good hands. Also, I'm like low-key just like crunching inward and like dying slowly, bit by bit. It is not known when the traveler gave up on capturing sound amidst the eternal silence. Only eternal silence. If that is the case, then allow me to say a few words. For the journey to Portal Lands, well, for a slim chance of redemption. Right? So let me say a few words. Attack. The attack will increase. It says their crit damage will increase by 6% for every element they have resonated with. Additionally, the traveler's attack will also increase by 20% for 8 seconds on a journey 390 after the attack can hit an opponent once every 5 seconds. Okay. And we've resonated with all 6 of the elements, question mark? So 6 times 6 is 36, so an extra 36%, yeah. 8. 6 times 8 is 36 plus 12 would be 48. 6 times 8 is 48. Let me double check it with a calculator. 6 times 8 is 48. Okay, I'm not stupid. It's like I'm not stupid, but I always worry. Now let's go over here. And I said I feel like with a bit too much force, but yeah, let's continue here. And once more, enhance the efficacy blade. In some corner of the universe, there must be answers and hope. How much time has slipped away since someone looked up at the starry sky with such a thought? Just raw power. So we've done that one, and that one. There's a fourth one there that we haven't gotten to yet. Meeting Point Chronicles. There are people over here and stories to be heard. Interesting. Curious. Yeah. Perhaps humans are no different from moths drawn to a flame. But so be it. Even the most ordinary life yearns to survive. When the traveler equips it, their crit damage is increased by 6%. For every additional element, they resonate. Cool. Another 24% for 8 seconds every 5 seconds. Attack. And this, again, attack. I'm curious if this 20 is just going for 24. And then 3. Like, I'm curious if that's just raw going up. Or if it's, like, additional. Also, we can only go up to 5. The last 2 are just plain... just plain on. Alright, I also stumbled across that, which was on a mountain. Also, before I forget. Now remember, messages from the Eye of Gracie. Fluctuations of recent collected data indicate that energy fields occur around you from time to time. My investigations indicate that they are produced when you execute the condensation process to build prime ice constructs. So are the prime ice constructs I build special somehow? Wait, will the prime ice constructs I build explode? Inspections indicate the prime ice constructs you build are not special in and of themselves. In fact, these base fluctuations appear to be caused by the condensation itself. You seem to be able to give form to some unobservable possibility through this step. The condensation you perform here has resulted in the chance that many worlds across the realm realm of possibility will also feature a prime ice construct in that location. Not sure I get it. It's fine if you do not understand. No one can see the realm of possibility, as it is a little different from directly beholding the abyss. You may simply think of this as speculation concerning the abnormal energy field fluctuations. Please continue using the primarized constructs. Okay. So basically, when earlier we were looking at everything, that's what it's talking about. We can see other people's. Concerning trains in Snezhnograd Central Station, pulling up relevant data. First, the trains are conceived a means of fulfilling Harmonizer's requirements of Shadow Realm Exploration. A vehicle with the ability to create temporary passage and leave tracks behind was considered more suitable for finding one's way in the Shadow Realm, in which space and time lack meeting. This is also the main reason why the Shadow Realm plays host to many prototype trains. However, the data suggests that after the traits ascended the throne, this technology became available to the public. Snezhnaya began laying metal tracks and also established the central station. In this work, 3 members of the Adventurers Guild proved instrumental in the railway's design. Constructor's name Verdun Jerd Hardo. Where are we getting this data? Ah, so you wonder where I'm sourcing my data. Growing the content I've recovered from databases from a certain location, so I'll continue to upload documents and data into it over a long period of time, even after I had entered slumber. The uploader's name, Harvlemiger. It seems that this isn't the uploader's actual names. Do you remember the mission I spoke to you of before? The power and form I once possessed have been split up, and I must retrieve them, even though I do not know what my final mission was either. But that was the only reason I made my sole destined purpose. Perhaps I will remember everything once the power returns. After passing through a blizzard, my vision has become clearer, as if I had reawakened. I can sense that my power once has been divided into three. I can trace two of them, but one appears to have been hidden in darkness deeper still. I can faintly sense their previous whereabouts. Allow me to mark out their clues regarding energy signatures on your map. I ask of you, my dear user, the one who signed a contract to you to serve, to help me if you can, just as I have helped you search for your companion. I could not ask for more. This shall surely be a pleasant journey as well. To make it easier for you to explore Sersnaya, I would like to introduce the levels of cold. Introduce the levels of cold on which regions Sersnaya are graded. Would you like to hear about this? Please reply in this affirmative. So, silence will be taken as a sign that this explanation is unnecessary. Let's hear it then. Very well. In that case, allow me to introduce the temperature zoning condition based on natural levels. We have 4 basin zones: normal temperature zones, low temperature zones, frigid zones, sub-zero zones. These normals are largely covered by the warmth provided by Canada's torches here. The temperature is normal and suitable for most human habitation. Low temperature zones are covered by continuity torches, but not in full. Temperatures are lower, but they can still support life. Frigid zones are places close to Kendral's torches zones of coverage, but that do not receive their warmth. Long-term stay within these areas is ill advised. Sub-zero zones are locales with extremely low temperatures, untouched by any source of warmth. Only some Fae with thick hides and flesh can withstand the cold here. If you are to enter such an area by some misfortune, immediate egress is recommended. Is it possible, even with the Eye of Gracie? Is it impossible, even with the Eye of Gracie's energy? Yes, Kenner's energy drains rapidly in frigid and sub-zero zones, so please keep that in mind. Before the Kenner torches were constructed, yes, before Kenner torches were built, this was a realm conspired only of frigid and sub-zero zones, utterly unsuited to human habitation. Regarding the train's new functions, trains on board facilities have been modified. Now you can use the train's onboard functions to train more efficiently. Wait, new functions. Ooh, what do we mean exactly? So we have the firearm rack, and there you can enter a firearms menu, which modify your weapon equivalently on accessories. That said, you can actually open that directly through me. It's up to you. Next, the shooting range. It's originally a stable shadow room designed for training soldiers to explore the shadows. However, it seems to be abandoned now. It has been reactivated on your account and can be used for the Shadow Realm combat training. Please use it wisely. Finally, we have a Shadow Realm Analyzer. You can submit Shadow Wing Drops, unique products of the Shadow Realm, to perform deeper analysis of the realm. We may be able to find ways to move somewhat more freely within the realm this way. Well then, that's the full suite of new onboard facilities. I hope it proves useful. Alright. These are just so cool all around. Oh, the grappling gun. I was like, what is that? Launching platform, storage device. And what is this? It provides various buffs to help you in different combat scenarios. Okay, cool. You can leave it using images to help others. Sign text. Sign text message to help others. Okay. Why? weekly missions has been reset. And I'm still the saltiest creature ever that last week I didn't. This should be a select. I'm so mad at myself. Like I haven't missed a week up until literally just this last week. I'm so upsetty spaghetti. I never know what to leave. Storage device full. Somebody put a ton of apples in there for no reason. The old lady lives here. No idea why the pup's pulling the sleigh. I wonder if somebody put that there to try to block the dog. Go back to Snezhna Grad. Control the furnaces temporary properly. Buy some weapons. I need a few more turnips. I can get this. I need quite a few more turnips. I need a few of whatever the hell those are. Quite a few of them. So I need 20 of these. And then 20 beets. Try to like that dragon thing, but you won't find it better. Go for the incomplete. The suspicious ones are always so hilarious. Sausage and pepper. It's just a 1-to-1. Spot. Smoked sausage with pepper. Good base. A cake made with honey. Thin sheets of honey dough are baked and then stacked layer by layer with sour cream frosting spread between each sheet. The cake is finished with a sprinkle of crumbs and a drizzle of honey syrup. Every step must be done carefully to produce a neat, even result. Increases the accumulation rate of sheer gold. Nothing else that I can really get done right now. Still no Paimon. Furries, get into Shiznaya. Not exactly my top 10. Not exactly on my top 10 things I was expecting from Shiznaya. Like yeah, sure they said that there'd be fairies, but like, what's a fairy? But honestly, literally just by me saying that, with the whole what's a fairy, and I proceed to immediately understand why. Yeah, no, if anything... Where is that? But yeah, no, if anything, honestly, low-key my husband is, like, sworn off Genshin. You again? I don't know what you're in for. All I need is one punch. One punch. Seriously, enough. You're not blocking. Hang on. I need the boozer we ran into last time. Let's look again. I don't remember if you write specs. Hydro. What's going on? I feel like you passed out on the ground again. So I'm really sorry. Thank you for waking me up before we got picked up by a Durin patrol or something. I have things to do. Very pretty.
Ah, you made it. I've got some tickets, and I managed to set something up with the Rokot. It'll have to wait until after the show, though. Happy to stay and watch? I doubt you've seen the Korolyevsky troupe on stage before.
Of course, no problem. Thank you for sorting everything out.
Pleasure. Here, this is the way in.
Please present yourself for a routine inspection in accordance with theater regulations. Thank you.
Who's this? Fancy outfit.
Is that guy with the fatui? Looks like he's waiting for something.
Future character, I see that vision.
Okay, all done. Thank you for your cooperation. Please proceed through to the theater.
What's up? Everything okay?
Wasn't expecting such strict security here.
Snezhnaya's business and political leaders are always passing through here, so it makes sense that security's tight. Still, it's a little unusual to see the Fatui's Armory Palace guard here. You saw him, right? The guy right at the back. Strong, silent type. His name's Valeri. He's part of the Special Assignments Battalion, but I only ever see him here for one thing. To look for a guy named Mitya.
Mitya? Who's that?
Supposedly a researcher, though he never seems to put much time in at the office. The theater is one of his favorite places to hang out when he's playing hooky from work. But that's not for us to worry about. Let's go. The show's about to start.
Also, I heard you're a traveler, Lemaine. Like, proceeding to immediately clock someone of great power and strength.
What do you think? Pretty impressive, huh?
Gorgeous theater stage. What are we like right there? Reminds me of the opera Epiclese.
Oh, the one in Fontaine? I hear it's iconic. Never seen it for myself, though. Here we are, just in time. Sorry, coming through.
Excuse us?
If you're gonna show up late, keep your mouth shut.
Rude.
What's his problem? Whatever. No point arguing with people like that.
Look, there she is. That's who I'm introducing you to later. She's the lead singer of the troupe, Vodyanitsa.
Wow. I'm like, I've only barely been paying attention to future playable characters. I'm like, playable character? Question mark? I think. Oh. Wow.
This leads directly to the green room. They're expecting us. Vodyanitsa will be waiting for us there.
Also, yes, future playable character. I saw the vision. I imagine the important folk tend to be like up there. Well, I'm not sure who would want to be like this yet. Maybe that one. Low-key surprised there's nothing up there, but to each their own.
Hey there, excuse me.
Can you believe it? I am so mad right now. Come in.
Oh, it's you two.
I wasn't expecting to see you here.
Huh? You know each other? Oh, wait. Is this who you were telling me about? The one you met yesterday and couldn't stop thinking about?
I never said that.
Yes, you did. Why are you denying it? It was right before I went on that rant about the moody factory owner. Oh, I remember it so clearly.
Might I ask what brings you two here?
Oh, I just brought her here to see the show. And when it finished, she was full of praise for Vodyanitsa's performance. So I thought I'd try my luck, see if we could get the chance to chat for a bit. Maybe get an autograph?
You work here. You of all people ought to know that's against the rules. It's not what the green room is there for.
Oh, what's the big deal? Come on, don't be shy. I can give you an autograph. You can take a picture too if you want.
Do as you please.
Aw.
I finished all my shows for the day. I'll leave you to chat.
Aw. See you, Odette.
I wasn't making that stuff up, you know. Odette's just too proud to admit it. She thinks very highly of you, and so do I. You did the right thing in Svietloladovka.
Svietloladovka.
We're good. Odette's out of earshot. I'll lock the door.
Huh?
Confidentiality, of course. The Rokad is very strict on that.
Whoa, Alosha! Not out loud! Not with an outsider here.
Relax, I've taken care of it. Look at this.
The president's reply sent this morning. Wait, so she's been approved to join?
As in me?
You told me last night that you wanted to get intel from the Rokot. Unfortunately, Rokot intel is only available to members. But ever since you set foot in Snezhnaya, we've been working together. I've seen the way you work, your character, and your motives.
So he is Rocket.
Everything about you is perfectly in alignment with what we're trying to achieve in the Rokot. So I figured I might as well cut to the chase. I wrote a letter to the president explaining your situation, including just the right amount of detail. His approval came very quickly. Of course, it's still your decision whether you want to join or not. We'll respect your choice.
So that means you and Vodomnishka.
Well, assuming Odette was telling the truth and she didn't misjudge you, I guess we don't need to worry about you blowing our cover. Still, you gave me a real fright. I didn't know that's why you came looking for me. So, that stuff you said about admiring my performance, was that just because Odette was here? Did you actually mean it?
No. I meant every word. I loved your singing. 100%. She started her singing was amazing. Props to the singer.
Now you're talking. That's what I like to hear.
She's also adorable. Precious.
Anyway, let me give you a quick rundown of how things work. Like I said, the Rokot is a covert organization, and we hide our identities. Members typically don't meet in person or even know each other's identities. This helps us maintain a high level of independence and secrecy. Because of this, members are basically free to decide their methods without constraints, so long as the outcome of any activity doesn't violate the organization's principles.
After all, we don't have any ostensible contact with each other. This way, if anything goes wrong, no one else will be implicated.
Beyond the freedom to choose how you operate, it's also your choice whether to act at all. We have plenty of members who have yet to take any action. In short, joining the Rokot in and of itself won't place any restrictions on your activity in Snezhnaya. There's a code of conduct you can read if it interests you. But basically, as long as you don't plan on using your anonymity to go around doing evil, you'll be fine.
Aww.
I tried reading it 5 or 6 times. Never made it all the way through. Even the most lackluster script makes for more interesting reading.
Well, sounds good to me. Count me in.
Great. Then I'll go grab an official application form. Be right back.
Alright. Since you keep your identities a secret, how come you two know each other?
Well, Alosha has this pet dog you see. His name's Tagarin, and this one time, Alosha brought him backstage. Tagarin took quite a liking to me, so I played with him for a little bit and fed him some treats. Then, the Rokot was out on a mission one day, and even though we were all in disguise, Tagarin recognized me right away.
Just a coincidence, really. We didn't report it to the higher-ups, though, to avoid dealing with the fallout. Like, my job at the theater, for instance. I really needed to make ends meet. By the way, what were you complaining about just before we came in? Did everything go okay with Chuganov?
Everything did not go okay. That's why I was so mad. I tried to make some small talk with him before I went on stage to fish for intel about the Iskra manufacturing plant. But he wouldn't take the bait. No matter what I said, he kept dodging the question. And then he started complaining. He said he didn't appreciate his second-rate seat in the stalls because he usually gets a private box. I mean, what did he expect? Everyone knows that if you want a box seat, you buy a ticket well in advance. But instead, he sends me a letter the day before the show when we're practically sold out.
The audacity.
I had to juggle things around just to get him a half-decent seat, hoping he would appreciate the gesture enough to share some information. But nope, he didn't give me anything.
Yeah, meeting Chuganov in person has definitely been a disappointing experience. Oh, you probably don't know who we're talking about, do you? Chuganov was that older guy you were sitting next to today. I'm sure he didn't make a great first impression on you either.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, seemed like a real grouch.
To the citizenry, he's a family man and a kind boss. But our interactions with him tell a very different story. It's one thing to ask for a favor, but he acts like it's his right. He always expects special treatment. Take the ticket situation, for instance. I've actually gotten him a private box in the past. But not only was he not even grateful, now he's acting like I've sold him short this time. Not to mention that he's never paid for a single one of his tickets.
It's pretty outrageous.
And another thing, if he's such a big family man, why doesn't he bring his wife and daughter to see the show once in a while? I've never seen them here, not even once.
What is that thing? It's a swan. That's so cool.
Calm down, Vodyanitsa. If you won't do it the easy way, we'll have to try the hard way. But first things first. Here's your application form. Go ahead and fill it out.
Ah, yes. Put your name down so that somebody has your information. Money by Freak Miller. Dodoko. Janitor Pot. Primo Gem. Wayfarer Chest Mimic. Seamount Abyss. The 12th. King Jabberfries. Lord of the Seven Calamities. I want to ordinary people. I want to ordinary people. Mom told me to give it a try. Money guy. Lord of the Seven. Sorry, that would just Seamount Abyss. I think I'll go with that one. I like that one a bit more. I like Wayfarer. Chest Mimic. Makes it think too much harder. Also, I'm here to put I'm here to put an end to this organization. Like, are you kidding me? I want to protect. I imagine protect is supposed to be there. I want to protect ordinary people. I want to ordinary people. I'm going to make everybody ordinary.
Looks like I'll need to make a few little tweaks here and there. But other than that, you're good to go. We'll hold on to this for you.
Okay.
All right. Now that we're officially Rokut comrades, I can tell you. Chukanov is the target of our current operation. Recently, we've done some recon work at the Eastpro manufacturing plant, which pretty much confirmed that their energy consumption is way beyond the legal limit. All we need now is some direct evidence to present to the Vetcha, so we can demand that they shut the plant down.
Ooh.
That way, the Kresny Crystal can be allocated to where it's needed most.
Okay.
I was hoping he might let slip during one of our chats, but he's too tight-lipped. We'll have to find another way. I'm meeting another regular theater goer tonight, Mitya.
Losha mentioned that name earlier.
But Valeri's here too, and he's probably looking for Mitya, so he may end up being a no-show.
Don't you worry. He must know how to dodge Valeri, or he wouldn't be showing up on time for every performance. Mitya is a renowned energy expert. Although we can't get any direct evidence of the excessive energy consumption at the plant, we can accidentally let the information slip to him.
Ah.
The authorities should take someone like him seriously. So if he starts raising questions about energy use at the Iskra manufacturing plant, there will be a proper investigation. Also, we're not allowed on site, but he has clearance. So all we need is his cooperation.
Okay. Since he's an energy expert, does that mean he might know the inside story of Project Stuja?
Yeah, so that's the other thing we're trying to figure out. Though I think we're far less likely to make any progress on that front. Still, I hear that Mitia is a bit of a chatterbox. So, who knows? Maybe if we catch him in the right mood, he'll let something slip.
Maybe.
What do you think? Sound like something worth your time?
Definitely. I'd love to join you.
Okay, in that case, you guys find a seat somewhere nearby. Pretend you're a couple of buddies there to eat, and keep your ears peeled for useful information. He's a huge fan, so I doubt he'll have his guard up around me. But you two need to be convincing. If he suspects anything at all, he might stop talking.
Sure. Don't worry. We'll make a believable pair of buddies.
I'm sure we can manage a bit of friendly chit-chat.
Perfect! You've sold me already. Now, help me tidy this room up a bit before we head out.
Okay. What needs tidying?
Everything!
I was gonna say, what doesn't? That is very pretty. I would love a real life swan center. I don't know where I would put it. But I would love something like this. Oh. It's so pretty. Okay, so it looks like they're practicing. I was like, did we come out in like the middle of a show?
A truly clever revision, if you ask me.
It does occur to me, very passively, we are under scrutiny.
We come here often, so we shouldn't stand out. Let's sit here. Now, it's up to Vodyanica. Let's see how the conversation goes.
Oh?
Mr. Mitia! Over here! Over here!
Oh, sorry. I got a little held up on my way here. Now we have even less time than we planned.
He's so awkward.
Go ahead and order some snacks and drinks. Whatever you like. Let me see. According to my schedule, we still have 25 minutes left.
You're really pressed for time today, huh? I was imagining this would be a leisurely chat. If you'd prefer, we can always reschedule for another afternoon when you have more time.
No need. Getting to meet the lead singer is a very precious opportunity for me. I'm not about to pass it up.
He's so short, too.
I've already had to decline your invitation several times because our schedules rarely align. If I don't grab this chance while it's here, who knows when the next one will come around?
Well, it's very kind of you to make time just for me.
What's going on with this scarf? It's like it's alive.
I'm not too sure, to be honest. But Snezhnaya's full of weird and wonderful things like that, so people tend not to bat an eye. I'm sure the same will go for the Eye of Grey and Paimon.
That'll make getting around easier.
The reason I invited you out for tea and a chat today was to get some feedback from a true fan of the theater.
Oh my gosh, he has a vision. We are our go.
Well, I genuinely have nothing bad to say. No matter how many times I hear you sing, it never gets old. It always seems fresh and new somehow. Maybe it's because the more times I listen, the more details I notice. Or maybe you simply improve with every performance, delivering it better each time.
Thank you! I'm delighted to hear that. Could you give me any specific examples?
Oh, yeah. The piece you sang today, for example. Beneath the Frozen River? Hey, what's with you? I'm just praising a good performance. I always used to find that such a bleak and lonely song. But the more you listen, the more you realize that it's not as cold and nihilistic as it appears. When you really dig down into it, there's a certain level where you're surprised by the emergence of hope.
Wow, I'm impressed. I didn't expect you to pick up on that. Actually, I only tried out that angle after talking with a composer. Still, Beneath the Frozen River wasn't on today's program.
Oh, really? But it's a classic. You sing it every time.
Almost every time.
Oh, well then. Let me say a few words about that other all-time classic, Flying in the Wind from the Mountain Sparrow.
I didn't sing that one today either. My voice wasn't quite up to it, so I switched it out at the last minute.
Oh, but,
Sorry, Mr. Mitya, but you were at the theater today, yes?
Of course I was. Remember? I said hello to all the troupe members before the show started. You, Odette, and the others.
So, what did Odette sing today?
Elegy of the Snow-Winged Goose, of course.
Correct. I see. You find my singing boring, don't you? That's why you don't remember a single song. Looks like I'll need to cut a few from the program next time.
No, that's not it. I swear. All right. I'll be straight with you. I'm sorry. My mind was wandering as you took the stage today. I enjoy watching your shows because the exquisite performances stimulate the mind. It always sparks some inspiration for my research. So, whenever I get stuck at work, I come to the theater for a change of pace. Odette's dance during the Elegy of the Snow-Winged Goose today was simply incredible. It got me wondering what she's been going through recently. That look of sheer defiance in the face of utter tragedy? It was so inspiring. I started scribbling in my notebook right away. Not that I made a ton of progress in the grand scheme of things, but I still think it was productive. By the time I snapped out of it, the entire show had finished.
So what you're saying is, you didn't listen to my singing at all?
She says that with a smile and a tilt of the head. He's dead.
Unfortunately not. I'm sorry. I don't know which is more disrespectful. The fact that I don't always come for the show itself, or the fact that I missed your performance.
Seems like things are getting a little awkward.
You look nervous. What's up?
Mitya just stepped into a conversational minefield. If there's one thing Vodyanitsa doesn't like, it's people who show disrespect for her performance. This meeting was so hard to set up. Don't tell me it's already falling apart.
It's fine. I suppose this is affirming in its own way. At least, it shows that our performance really touches people's hearts, right?
Oh, she is one more accidental insult away from just ending him.
Don't let it bother you. It certainly doesn't bother me.
She's showing a lot of restraint.
Must be tough.
Well, I'll be sure to let Odette know how much you adored her performance.
Please don't say that. I always love your performances too. It's just that inspiration struck at the wrong time today. I'm usually all ears.
I know, I can tell. That's why I value your opinion. I'm sure some people can't stand it when others praise their coworkers right to their face, but not me. No, sir.
Fair enough. I still feel kind of bad, though.
But you know what I really can't stand? People who only show up to the theater to pretend that they're cultured. Makes me sick to my stomach.
Oh, yeah, 100%. There are too many of those people around. By the time they're walking out the door, they've forgotten all about the show. What's wrong? You look furious.
I don't know if you've heard about the boss of the Iskra manufacturing plant. He isn't even a theater investor, but he always demands the same privileges as actual investors. Box tickets only, premium drinks, even the right to request specific songs.
Well played, Vodyanitsa. Seems like she's harnessing her rage to steer the conversation back on track.
Cool.
Now that you mention it, I've interacted with that guy before. I gotta say, everyone holds him up as an example of a benevolent businessman, but I don't know. I don't see it.
Yeah, he couldn't care less about what's happening on stage. He's just there to flaunt his social status. I hate that I have to prepare programs for guys like that. What's the big deal with that factory he runs anyway? I asked around a bit and heard some pretty shocking stories. Sounds like he's just another greedy capitalist.
Oh, really?
Yep, the things people are saying are pretty damning. Low wages, insanely long working hours, equipment running around the clock. And as if that's not bad enough, he also strictly forbids his employees from giving any kind of interview. Project Stuja has now been extended so many times, we're at the point where crystal rations for the common folk are barely enough to survive on. Yet he even wants to get his greedy hands on them just to boost his own profits. If the rumors are true, he's in serious violation of the law.
Interesting. So you've heard about it too.
What? So it's really true?
Who knows? I've only heard the same rumors you have. But there's no smoke without fire. The Rooster's been coming down on us hard lately, demanding that we track and trace every single batch of Crystal. My coworkers in the Department of Energy have been tearing their hair out over it.
The Rooster? I didn't realize he cared that much.
Yeah. Even though there are no restrictions on Crystal trading, the poor will wind up freezing to death if we let the rich buy as much as they want. That's clearly unfair.
Yep.
Looks like we'll need to arrange an investigation into the Iskra manufacturing plant as soon as possible. I never knew you kept up with current affairs beyond the theater, Miss Vodyanitsa. You really have a heart for the common person. Most Fae in your position have long been indifferent to the plight of humans.
Well, those of us who choose to live in human cities are naturally going to pay attention to any significant upheaval. Isn't the Rooster a Fae himself? I'm just surprised to learn that even someone with as much experience as him is getting so stressed out over Project Stuja. What is the end goal of this project anyway?
This is it. We're finally going there.
I'm sure Mitya can sense on some level that she's fishing for information. But since their conversation is so relaxed, he might just let something slip.
It's stressing me out too. If I'd only made better progress with my research, things wouldn't have dragged on this long.
Oh, so your work is related to Project Stuja?
That's right. The Armory Palace needs a brand new energy source. Not the power of the Light Realm and not elemental energy. Right now, the only thing that meets the requirements is the power contained within stellar linchpins. But harnessing that power is costly. Each step of the process requires enormous amounts of Kresnik crystal, from extraction to quantification to attempts at conversion. Progress has been painfully slow, and the team is getting burned out as time goes by. Sometimes, I see people staring into space as if in a trance.
Could it be that this new energy source has side effects?
No, it doesn't affect us, because the energy is used for... Okay, I got it. Stop choking me. Sorry, I can't talk about that.
Pity.
I think we're all just exhausted. We've been working ourselves to the bone for so long with so little progress to show for it. It's no wonder people are struggling to stay motivated.
Seems like I owe you an apology. I shouldn't have gotten so mad at you for not paying attention during the show.
Don't worry about it. I count myself lucky, to be honest. I don't envy the people who work closely with the Tsaritsa herself. I'd much rather be in my current position. At least I don't have to shoulder any major responsibilities.
Yeah.
So they're trying to develop a completely new kind of energy.
It's a shame that we didn't get to hear more.
Yeah, censored by a scarf. Who would have thought?
Oh, dear. It looks like my time is up. I'm afraid I have to leave. I'm so sorry. We ended up barely talking about the theater.
That's okay. It was a pleasure chatting with you, really.
Let's make up for it next time. Yeah, hopefully once the work pressure eases up a little, I'll be able to focus more on the performance, and then we'll have more to discuss.
Hopefully, hopefully.
We touched on some confidential issues today. I'd be grateful if you could keep it between us.
Mums.
Could have gone worse.
Nice job. Why was Mitya in such a hurry to leave, though?
Sorry, routine inspection.
Is that Valerle?
Okay, let's go.
Even the people of Snezhnaya are cautious
So
when
he
it comes to
wasn't
the fatigue.
rushing to get back to work. He must have calculated that Valeri would find him here in exactly 25 minutes. That's frighteningly accurate.
One of the main duties of the Special Assignments Battalion is to ensure that important figures stick to their schedules.
Sounds like Mitya's arch enemy then.
All right, time for us to get going too. Excuse me, check please.
We'll settle our check too, then.
Oh, hello there. Mr. Mitya paid the check before leaving. He also asked me to pass on a message. He said it was an honor to share his tea break with Miss Vodyanitsa and her two friends.
I love that we were immediately clocked.
Wait.
So he knew we were here all along? This raises a lot of questions. Did he deliberately mention the new energy source so that we'd overhear it? Maybe his work isn't confidential after all. Maybe the key here is the purpose of this new energy. I guess that's the next thing to look into. Vodyanitsa and Alosha have both left. Time to head back and call it a day.
Like, were we over there? Yeah, I think that's where we were. Cool. More clever.
Hello again. Please rest assured, we'll keep a close watch on this place.
Hi, Mom.
You're back! Here pretty early today.
How are you feeling?
Paimon was just gonna mention that. After she woke up today, Paimon felt like her temperature was completely back to normal. But her strength still hasn't returned. Still, there's some good news. Paimon thinks she might have figured out the source of the problem.
Oh?
It's like there's some kind of mysterious power affecting Paimon. Paimon's never felt this way before during any of her travels. She only started feeling this way since we arrived in Snezhnaya.
Some kind of mysterious power, you say? Well?
That's right. The Armory Palace needs a brand new energy source.
Could that have something to do with this?
What is it? You're making that face again. You know, the one you get whenever you have a light bulb moment?
Let me tell you what I found out today. Pancakes. Waffles.
So, they're trying to develop a new energy source here? And you think that might be why Paimon's feeling unwell?
Yes, actually.
Well, Mitya denied that the energy they're researching has any side effects. Although, he did say that people working on the project have been having issues with their concentration and short-term memory. And even so, those are completely different symptoms from Paimon's.
This power you mentioned, can you sense where it's coming from?
It's pretty faint, so it's kind of hard to tell. But if anything, it seems like it's coming from roughly the same direction as the Armory Palace.
All the more reason to find out the purpose of their research.
Sure, Paimon's with you there. But how, though? The Rokat only has a limited amount of intel.
There's still one avenue we haven't explored. All the more reason to find out the purpose of their research.
Paimon's with you there. But how, though?
I'm like, it says it's dropping frames, but at the same time, I'm like, it doesn't quite look like things lost. The Snezhnegrad Vekhi.
Oh, great point! They argue about Project Stuja every day. If we could sit in on one of their sessions, we might pick up some new leads.
Okay, I need to write a letter to Alicia.
Good idea! Oh yeah, while you were out, Paimon tried all the yummiest looking desserts in the Podforia restaurant. This one seemed right up your alley. So, Paimon saved some for you. Come try it once you finish writing your letter.
Honey waffles. Wait for 2 days. And Paimon's just gonna rest. Huh? Let's see. Always one next to the wall. Preferably in a corner. Keep an eye on your 6 and on your 12 and 3. Unfortunately, the walls seem to be a bit thin. Tick tock, tick tock.
Alosha replied. He says that we won't be able to speak at the Vetcha, but he can arrange for us to attend as visitors. Time to get ready. Then head to the Snezhnegrad Vetcha.
You're back! Paimon's been working on the crossword puzzle in the newspaper. It's actually pretty fun. Oh, shoot! Paimon forgot the next word. Oh, she had it a moment ago. Think, Paimon, think.
You've got this, Pi. We are 3 hours in. Hold on. Hold on, I just need to check a thing. All right. Let's continue. He's watching out for Pop. All right. Let's go sit in and watch the proceedings. That every time I hear that you do, I'm like, I want it. I will get it one day. I like her shoes.
Miss Vodyanitsa, prima donna of the Korolievsky troupe. What a surprise meeting you here. Will you be sitting in on a session of the Vecha?
Sorry, I'm not taking interviews today. Oh good, you're here. The session's about to begin. Let's get inside.
Please wait, Miss Vodyanitsa. Could you introduce me to your new friend?
I do wonder if we were like recognized, you know? Surely after you take your seat, the meeting to the Snezhnegrad Vaki officially begins. Discussions on whether to extend Project Stuja are saved until the end. As the rooster, Valentia shares various energy-related statistics, the dull and lifeless room suddenly becomes very animated.
In summary, the energy management commitments made for the outgoing period have been delivered upon. Furthermore, both the production and consumption of Kresnik Crystal show clear signs of stabilizing. The relevant agencies have assessed the present circumstances and determined that the status quo can be sustained until the next period. For detailed statistics, I would refer you to the industry reports that have been distributed to all persons present. It should also be noted that while the recent blizzards have led to a significant increase in people's energy expenses, this is strictly a short-term phenomenon associated with a remotely located monster. Her Majesty the Tsaritsa is giving her full attention to this matter. We should have every confidence that it will be dealt with swiftly and conclusively.
I'm trying to think. Oh, the last guy. Why are there only like 4? Because aren't there like 12 harbingers? Like, okay, this pencil's up at top. But then shouldn't there be like, you know...
A financial report on disaster relief is also present in this report, courtesy of Pantalone.
Pants. Why does it keep getting noisier in here?
They cover the same old ground every single time. The rooster never seems to mind, but everyone else is getting tired of it. There's a general lack of trust. People aren't seeing any tangible benefits that affect them directly. Of course, none of that will be reflected in any of the reports on the table.
Yeah, if it weren't for these hard copy documents, I could have at least made something up.
I've been meaning to ask, why are you still here? And why are you acting so chummy?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just out here trying to hit my interview quotas. Bring out the Kvass. Ever read it? Best-selling newspaper in town.
If I remember correctly, you guys don't even have a sales permit. You have to sell from stalls on the street.
Snezhnaya has a long tradition of treating members of the Fatui armed forces and their dependents favorably.
We will now open the floor to the representatives. If there are no further substantive issues to discuss, we will then proceed to a vote on this motion.
Snezhnaya has a long tradition of treating members of the Fatui armed forces and their dependents favorably. But recent surveys shows that Fatui families in remote areas have access to 15% less crystal than the average civilian family in Snezhnograd. It's been said many times before. but it bears repeating now. There needs to be a clear and consistent rationale behind how Crystal is allocated, or we will soon face immense public backlash.
Perhaps you wouldn't need to keep repeating yourself if you would hear me out for once. I say again, true consistency exists only in principle. In the real world, fairness is relative.
Bastard.
You appear to treat resource allocation as a simple function of production and population. So what about when the equipment used in production breaks down? Have you factored that into your equation? And do you even know how long it's been since Snezhnaya last conducted a census?
If I knew the answers to questions like that, I'm sure I'd be a very wealthy man. And I doubt I'd be going by child. I'd like to bring the focus back to the specific issue I raised. Or do you wish to deny that favorable treatment for Fatui dependents is our long-standing policy?
It's easy to be a critic when there's no accountability. That seems to be a running theme in the anti-Project Stuja cohort. Defeat the ringleader and all other problems will magically resolve themselves. That's what they seem to think. But in case you aren't aware, not one jot in my report would change whether Project Stuja continues or not.
So you have no intention whatsoever of finding a solution to this problem?
On the contrary, I'm the only one here who ever brings solutions.
Child opened by speaking up for the armed forces. Regrator struck back with style and a war of words ensued.
Oh, I love her.
Our reporter was live on the scene to get the audience's reaction as it all unfolded. Who do you support?
I think Child raised some issues that need addressing.
The people have spoken! Child received raucous applause from the crowd as he pushed Regrator onto his back foot with a relentless barrage of questions. It had to be seen to be believed.
Now you see why they don't have a sales permit.
However this reporter wants to spin things, I haven't forgotten that Tartaglia was representing the Northland Bank when we first met in Liyue. So, surely their relationship can't always have been this strained.
You two are getting off topic. Let's focus on what the data is saying.
Mr. Pantalone, may I speak on your behalf?
Oh, please do. I'm more than happy to save my breath.
Crystal distribution policy undergoes modifications with each new period. The ultimate goal being to find the most reasonable method of allocation, which I believe is what Mr. Tartaglia also seeks. But I fear many may have been misled on this topic by extremist activists. To clarify, Project Stuja is not the root cause of the problem. It is merely a framework for resource distribution. The most recent reports all point to Snezhnaya's resilience and adaptability during this period of fine-tuning, and give clear indications that a distribution framework is improving with each iteration. To make drastic adjustments without first considering the risks would likely do more harm than good. It would be a waste of the hard-won experience we've gained to date.
Renowned scholar of finance, Arapov spoke up to clarify the fiscal logic, clearly alluding to social organizations like the Rokot in his words. With the notorious Lelek still active to this day, should the Rokot be held responsible? No, there is someone else to blame.
Where did you get Rokek from, and who's this Lelek?
She's just rephrasing what Mr. Pantalone said. The Rokot are the critics he accuses of taking no responsibility for their actions. As for Lelek, you won't have heard of him yet. He's currently the most famous member of the Rokot. Well, more like infamous. Ending Project Stuja has become an obsession for him. Unlike the more decent ones among us, he believes that votes in the Vetcha are all that matter. So whether it's threats, coercion, or bribery, he'll use whatever means necessary to get people to change their vote.
Oh, there's more to Rokek than I thought.
And since we're already on the subject, what do you think of Lelek's methods? Are you for or against?
Hard to say. I suspect there's more to his story.
Well, whatever the story is, his actions benefit us all. We stand with Lelek.
At least someone here wants to take this discussion seriously. I've been considering that issue myself. What you really need is more precise regional data, right? I think it would be easiest to let the Fatui handle it. Since they're already in charge of Crystal shipments anyway, we may as well get them to collect some data while they're at it. Whatever you need, you can ask the Fatui to look into it for you. In terms of supervision, I think the Druzhna would be a good fit. I had hoped to discuss this with Miss Vesna, but sadly, she's not present.
I will be happy to take a note of your suggestions and present them to Commander Vesna for a decision upon her return. The Commander has always taken a keen interest in Project Stuja. However, given the Druzhna's demanding workload, I'm afraid it may prove difficult for them to provide any practical support.
Let us refrain from jumping to conclusions until a concrete and actionable plan is in place.
My apologies, Lord Rooster.
There are numerous issues to address here, including manpower, time sensitivity, and reporting lines. Nevertheless, I support drafting a proposal. Follow the usual procedure, and it can be raised as a new motion for all parties to evaluate at the appropriate time.
It does occur to me that from where he is, he can see basically everyone.
In that case, I'd like to share one thought before the proposal is drafted. The issue of time sensitivity was raised just now, which I presume relates to the official reports. In fact, the Energy Commission already collects regular statistics on each urban center and its surrounding area. Would these be of any use?
That's a good idea. I read every issue of Sviet Lolaidovka's report, and although my focus is mostly on the section about equipment operation, the energy consumption statistics also yield a lot of insights.
Be that as it may, does no one see an issue with using local data to determine Crystal quotas? In the long term, it seems like a very risky solution.
Not if they are used purely for reference. So long as we have the report from the Northland Bank's headquarters to corroborate it, no one will be able to fool me.
Very well then. It appears that this arrangement is acceptable to all parties.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
The members reached a provisional consensus on the issue of improving treatment for Fatui soldiers.
You notice the reporter jot down a few words before suddenly crossing everything out and starting a fresh paragraph.
Today, the prima donna of the Korailievsky troupe attended a session of the Snezhnograd Vecha in the company of a most charming young lady. The question on all our minds is, what is the true nature of their relationship?
Write anything like that again, and I'm revoking your permission to interview the troupe. Got it?
She said got it so hard that sound cut for a minute. The remaining session covers everything from energy to healthcare technology and industry to the remaining discussion covers everything from energy to healthcare, technology, and industry. All parties take the opportunity to express their stance on Project Stuja. Ignore Mirvira as she carries on writing her sensationalist report, but after a while you start to feel that reading the news from her might actually be more interesting than being here in person.
Now then, if there are no further contributions from those present, we shall proceed to the final vote.
Hey, check it out!
Is that Chagov?
What made him vote against? Why now?
Curiouser and curiouser.
The votes have been tallied. Those in favor of continuing Project Stuja total 61%, securing a clear majority.
That was too close. The margin has shrunk yet again. Chuganov was a huge loss.
I'll bet Lelek is behind this. I wonder how Pulcinella will respond this time.
Chuganov. I see. Lelek strikes again.
Yes, go, Lelek. Once Project Stuja is defeated, our unwavering support at Bring Out the Kvass will finally pay off when we make our comeback. I can taste our victory already!
In accordance with the result of this vote, Project Stuja will remain in effect until the next Vecha period. Finally, may I remind us all, We debate only for the greater glory and solidarity of our nation. May the aurora shine ever on, and the tundra always stand firm. The session is concluded.
I will say I am very curious at like, okay, like is it just this top ring that's guests, meaning aka people that sit back and shut up? Friend. Questionable. Who?
I have to say, I really wasn't expecting Chulkanov to vote against Project Stusha.
Why? What's so strange about that?
Well, in principle, Snezhnaya's business and political elites ought to be the ones least likely to oppose it. As we heard, Project Stusha is basically just a resource distribution framework that requires everyone to cut back during the winter. But even if the policy got cancelled, the Tsaritsa's energy needs wouldn't suddenly go down. The extra demand from the public would have to be filled from somewhere. So logically, the factories would have to take the hit.
That explains a lot.
I got a letter from Mr. Mitya just before today's session. He said he's confirmed that there are issues around overtime and excessive energy consumption at the Iskra manufacturing plant. In a situation like this, once the Rooster receives the report, he'll order the factory to halt production and submit to an investigation before issuing a penalty. But that's a week-long process, and thus didn't make it onto the Vetcha agenda this time. I don't think he suspects anything so far.
Got it. So for him, it's a choice between reducing production and stopping entirely.
Exactly. And as you know, he's a very selfish person. I was originally gonna try and flip him after he received notice of the official sanctions. My plan was to convince him that the whole thing was completely unfair. Rather than just sit back and take the hit while his factory stopped production, he'd be better off voting to end Project Stusha. At least that way, no one else would be able to make any money either, because all the factories would suddenly have more limited energy to work with. But now, he's already voted against it, which means someone must have used more forceful means to change his vote. Just like with everyone else who flipped.
You mean Lelek?
Yeah. No one knows why Lelek is so obsessed with ending Project Stusha, but by the looks of it, he's inching closer and closer to success.
Lelek must have strong motivations, given how he'll stop at nothing to achieve his goal. Maybe he knows the full truth of Project Stusha. Maybe my next step should be to focus on him.
All right. What are your plans for the rest of the day? Shall we head out?
Hey, comrade. I noticed you were here during the debate.
I didn't take you for a political enthusiast.
I wouldn't take me for one either.
Greetings, Harbingers. I just happened to have some free time today, and my new friend here thought it might be fun to check out the Vetcha.
Ah, Odette must have introduced you. Looks like you two are getting along pretty well.
I'll leave you to catch up. I should head back to the troop.
Sure. Break a leg and all that.
She sounds sarcastic, but she means well.
Thought it might be fun to check out the Vetcha, did you? Things are never that simple with you, Traveler. There's no way you're here for kicks and giggles. Tell me I'm wrong.
I learned an interesting tidbit today. Some guy called Lelek?
Oh, yeah. To some, he's a captivating enigma. To others, he's the bane of their existence. No one ever thought that some anonymous nobody from the Rokot could cause such a stir.
I want to find out his true identity. Is it okay if I start digging around?
Huh? You want to look into Lelek? Then I'm sure his days of anonymity are numbered. What do you think, Sandrone?
Fine by me, I guess. If the Traveler actually manages to expose Lelek, it'll be doing Pulcinella a favor. In return, it seems fair to let her in on what we've learned so far.
My thoughts exactly. Sharing is caring, after all. Head back to Glupov and grab the files on Lelek. It's easier to just pull the records than go through the rigmarole of getting the Traveler a visitor's permit.
As you command, child, sir.
In that case, since we're going to be waiting anyway, I'll have someone brew a pot of black tea.
Curiouser and curiouser.
One common thread among the many incidents Lelik has been involved in is that the victims are all too scared to share any real information about him. Clearly, he must have threatened them in some way. His modus operandi is to silently infiltrate the scene and leave a threatening letter behind. But neither the letters nor the crime scenes ever yield any clues to his identity. So all these files have to offer are short statements by the people affected. They don't give us a lot to go on.
Okay.
If nothing else, it shows we're dealing with a trained professional who's versed in counter-surveillance.
Yes, and to that point, he often strikes in highly secure locations. The victims are high-ranking and influential people who take their personal security very seriously. Somehow, Lelik slips right into their rooms without making a sound. There's never any eyewitnesses, nor the slightest trace of a break-in. If he can get in and out undetected, it means he can strike without warning. Not that that's ever happened so far, but the thought is enough to scare these people sleepless. It's hard to believe that a human being could pull this off flawlessly every time, so they switched the focus of the investigation to Faye. Unfortunately, no one's found anything yet.
Are you saying even you couldn't pull it off?
Careful. Don't underestimate me. Although, truth be told, I'd probably find it hard not to blow my cover. Direct confrontation is more my style.
We haven't ruled out the possibility of Lelik being human. It's just, there can only be a handful of people in all of Teyvat who'd fit the profile. Faye, on the other hand, plenty would have the ability, but few would have the motive.
So it's someone as strong as Tartaglia and even more meticulous.
No, not as strong as me. You'll never find the culprit with criteria like that. Let's go with a little weaker than me.
You feel it, Skirk?
Oh, you hit me right where it hurts. I'll admit, he's strong and meticulous. But can we at least limit this to candidates who have something to do with Snezhnaya?
She's just trying to find a reference point. Stop getting fixated on who's stronger than who.
But that's the most important thing. In my opinion, anyway.
Alright. Let's take it down a notch or two. How about Odette as a reference point? She's someone we all know, and I've seen her in action.
Odette? Yeah, that seems about right. Her skills are solid, and she's always calm under pressure.
Except she's Fatui, so the likelihood of her working against us is pretty low. But yeah, much more accurate than your previous example, at least.
No, wait a moment. Maybe we should interrogate that assumption.
What do you mean? Which assumption?
Her Fatui identity doesn't necessarily exonerate her. And when you think about it, the Rokot would be precisely what she needs to conceal her identity.
Plus, she wouldn't need to be such a pro at covering her tracks. She'd already know where the Fatui will be and when, so she could choose the perfect time to act. Oh, yikes. I was just thinking out loud. Why is this starting to sound like such a convincing theory? Still, what reason could Odette possibly have for trying to call off Project Stuzha?
Arlecchino would be the best person to ask. She knows Odette best. Unfortunately, she isn't back yet.
Archipelago?
Rosaline used to open up to her in private about her struggles with Odette. As I'm sure you can imagine, Arlecchino is quite a lot better with children than Rosaline was. She gave her some tips on how to handle the situation, and Rosaline managed to reach a settlement with Odette before leaving. So I suppose there were at least no lifelong regrets left behind. Beyond that, I don't know the details about that side of things. But I do know that Odette definitely has a motive to hold a grudge against Project Stuzha. The reason being, her father passed away during the early stages of the project.
Oh.
That was back before it had been named Project Stuzha, when things were still being worked out. But in essence, it's remained the same ever since.
Huh. The more you know. Rosaline was always so self-centered. I never understood why she started paying so much attention to Odette.
Oh, even you don't know about this?
Is that such a surprise? If you cast your mind back, you may remember that Rosaline and I weren't exactly close. We had tea together a few times, but that was about it.
Odette's past is no secret. Her father was a fatus and her mother was a very famous ballerina. On the surface, it looks like she followed right in her parents' footsteps. But the truth is quite a different story. After her father passed away on a mission, her mother was overcome with grief. She broke her leg during a performance and could never dance again.
Oh. From what I know of ballet, that... Jeez.
Odette was only interested in ballet at the time, but this tragedy left the family with both breadwinners gone. They could barely make ends meet. Per Capitano's policy, family members of Fatui who died in the line of duty had to be appropriately accommodated and provided with adequate assistance. So, regardless of how Rosaline may have felt about it, it fell to her to resolve the issue of Odette's family's livelihood. In the end, the solution they agreed upon was to have Odette join the Fatui.
Right, because the alternative would have been a one-off compensation payment, I guess. In that sense, joining up was definitely the better option. Still, she must have had mixed feelings about it, right? If she doesn't even like the Fatui.
It's just a theory, a possibility. But as a motive for Odette to become Lelik, it holds up. That said, I have no idea where Odette's head is at right now, or what her conflict with Rosaline was about. Plenty of people were on bad terms with Rosaline. I have no intention of trying to figure it all out.
So, Signora actually wanted to mend her relationship with Odette?
Yes, but there's not much point in discussing that now.
Yeah, back to Lelik. Since our investigations so far have turned up next to nothing, we've got nothing to lose by trying a new angle. Funnily enough, Tonya and I had actually made plans to go to the theater tomorrow to watch Odette's rehearsal. Unfortunately, thanks to this Lelik situation, I'll be stuck working overtime again. Which means you can go in my place. No point wasting the ticket. Plus, you'll get to meet Tonya.
What's the rehearsal for?
Spirit Seeker. Quite the classic ballet. It was passed down through Odette's mother's family for generations, though it hasn't been performed in years. But Odette's been practicing it diligently, and it's finally ready for a return to the stage. Excitement is through the roof. Tickets for the official performance sold out long ago.
Tonya's excited for it too. She's desperate to see it no matter what. Personally, it's not really my kind of thing, but since she's my little sister, I had to figure something out.
I've actually seen it several times before. The story's pretty straightforward. The lead character follows a trail of clues left behind by a spirit, gradually recovering her memories along the way. It's a tale of love and regret. So not exactly reinventing the wheel, at least by today's standards. But when that classic melody kicks in and the lead character begins to dance, it always gets me. It really is beautiful.
High praise from...
Not an easy dance to do justice to, though. I know it's always been Odette's dream to perform this piece, but I'm not sure she's really ready.
Oof.
In that case, I think that even if she is Lelik, we should wait until her performance is over before we respond. I'll let you take it from here, comrade.
Okay. That says, I'm terrible with names. Yeah, so high praise from Zendrone. it one day. Let's go check on Paimon, I'm guessing. I had wondered if... I hadn't mentioned it before, but I had wondered if Tartaglia and that is like her actual name, right? Yeah, Sandrone. Like in chats, she's called the Marionette, but like Sandrone.
Sounds like you've made a ton of progress today. It's good that everything's going so smoothly. Next step is to head back to the theater and get a clear answer from Odette.
Could be easier said than done. Even if she isn't the one, she won't necessarily admit it.
Either way, Paimon doesn't get the sense that she's a bad person. Sure, she might have done some pretty extreme things, but Paimon bet she has her reasons. Maybe this is going too far, but like, with everything she's managed to do so far, wouldn't it make more sense in theory to be even more, you know, heavy-handed?
Yeah.
Why leave a letter when she could, well, we know there are plenty of other ways to keep people in line, right? The point is, she could have gone further, but she didn't. So, if it is her, she's got some principles at least.
I want to believe in her too.
Yeah! Well, all you can do is follow the facts wherever they lead.
How are you feeling today?
No change, really. But that thing Paimon told you about yesterday? Paimon feels like she can sense it more clearly now.
Oh?
Hearing you talk about your day makes Paimon itch for an adventure. If only she could be there with you so we could experience it all together.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, I wish you could be there too. I'm not used to adventuring alone. But don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of this.
Guess it's just one of those things. Never mind. Paimon will behave herself and keep resting.
I do feel bad for Paimon, and
If Odette is Lelek, she may well have inside information on Project Stuja. Her father was involved with the project's early implementation and tragically died in the process. Now, she's dedicated herself to bringing it to an end. It's hard to imagine she could have gotten this far without knowing anything at all about the Tsaritsa's true intentions. When she spoke to us as a member of the Fatui, how much did she let on? And how much was she hiding? Only time will tell. Maybe tomorrow everything will be answered.
Hey look! It's snowing! Could be a tough day ahead. Make sure you wrap up warm tomorrow.
Gotta stay nice and warm. And that is Everwinter without mercy.
Thank you for
Right. One of these days, I'm going to get around to doing all this because I very much would like to upgrade the rings. And also, there is now a snowy one. Yeah, I've just been ignoring this. Well, it would be a good way to test my own character's power. Silence alone is disfavored. I do want to wander over here. Let's go upgrade our sword one more time. Where the hell am I going? 90 degrees to the right. Yes. And currently, we're doing a run around explorer stuff, so if it'll load. There it goes. Quite have to go that high, but I'd say better extra high than extra low. I want to have a good swoop direction. Okay. The next Trialicious.
10 points for agility. Let's ride!
That away, specifically. Following the train tracks might be easier. There's also no guarantee. Actually, I think I'm going to climb back up. I want a good gliding position. Whenever there's like, whenever I play a game and there's like, whenever I play a game, read a book, watch a movie, whatever, whenever I encounter some medium and it's just like part of the thing, like one of the breakthroughs that characters have, they're like, ah yes.
I'm awake now.
They're like, ah yes, you see, I've been investigating this matter with great effect. Oh, Jesus.
What kind of guide falls behind?
Oh no, everybody died. What? It was like, evacuate immediately, and I was like, okay. Jesus Christ, that was... Okay, we're taking the train tracks. Jesus Christ.
one-trick pony, you know.
Carving waves!
Is this really necessary?
Ten points for agility.
I'd love to catch a train. It's heading this way.
Let's ride!
Need a surfboard? Carving waves!
Bring it!
Also, I have no cold resistance whatsoever.
Let's ride! You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Farewell!
Huh. Okay. Apparently, there just is no hurting up there. The area is too cold. We freeze immediately. Anywho, I guess we're not doing that. That was crazy. Variety of creatures in the area is just cool.
10 points for agility. You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Anywho. Well, crazy place, Shania. We'll continue on. Wrath's Nocturne, the White Curtain Falls. We'll continue with that next time. I'll see you then. Bye.